Ah, mic check. Mic check 1, 2. Let's see here. What we got.
Mic check.
All right, let's turn that down just a little bit there. A little too over engaging. And done a StreamYard in a while. So mic check. What's happening? What is going on? What is happening out there, people? What's going on there? Is that Diego? Nice jacket on that, Diego. No tie though, but I like it. I like that outfit. So what's going on? Let a few more people filter in. Certainly hope everybody's doing all right. Let me go ahead and tell the world that we're live. Let me go. How does this work again? I'm not done one of these in a while. All right. Let's see here. All right, I got to go to Twitter now. Then I have to go up to the home page and put the live. There we go. All right, supposed to have is it too loud still? Just asking. I can come down. I'll come down to about 44. What's going on, Ice Queen? How are you doing? So, what's going on? So, Big Twan Gaming 2414. How are you doing? So, yeah. Well, Diego wins the first comment award, so he gets that. Shout out to him. So, let's see here. It's going to be a lively one, hopefully, if Jemiah Dixon gets home. Jemiah Dixon is supposed to be joining us. Mr. The PCMR, whatever they always put in. And so we're going to be talking about this NVIDIA 3000 series. Definitely. I'm going to talk about the PS5 GPU and how it's 6 times more powerful than the Jaguar CPU, which I thought everybody knew by now. So, and how there won't be a delay on the PS5. I've seen that for the last 2 days. I've been at work the last 2 days. And yeah, I've been seeing that, and that's more opinion commentary. That's not from AMD or Sony. So I don't know how that is why people are even talking about that. But it is what it is. So, but we'll do a little shout out here. What is that? Holomoko 17. How are you doing? Alan Frost says I'm here. Sir X Sandman X, what's going on? So Baltimore MVP, how are you doing? How are you doing? Big shout out to Sick Humor TV. Sick Humor did an interview with the Team Kill. I think it's a Team Kill Media. It's Team Kill Media that he did a interview with for about 2 hours yesterday. I was at work. I was able to listen to some of it. What's going on, Emmer17? Shout out to you. Thanks for your support, you and Ice Queen. Appreciate all your support there. Ice Queen, are you feeling better today? Is Arthur still acting up? Or just make sure you're doing all right now. So, yeah, big shout out to Sick Humor for that interview. I listened to that again when I got home last night. Man, it was a good interview. Listen to him. I listened to Kevin Samuels, another great podcast. Shout out to Kevin Samuels and Marlon Gaming Nation. I haven't been able to listen to his podcast yet. I haven't been able to listen to his podcast yet. So, but yeah, what is going on? But shout out to him. Marlon went on late yesterday. He usually is an afternoon guy. But I think he went. It was late, at least for me. I mean, I didn't get watch it until I didn't see him pop on to my feed until after 4 p.m. But it could be the way YouTube is notifying people. Also, guys, hit that like button as you come in if you don't mind. I appreciate it. Been away for a couple of days. Looks like a whole lot of stuff happened while I was gone. I know I made some decisions, after some announcements. Dribble piss, what's going on? Oh, your author has moved up your back. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I am sorry to hear that. So, yeah, Kevin Samuels show was lit last night. It was. I love that show. I don't know if he's going to keep it on YouTube though. I don't know. I don't want to put words in his mouth. So the way I understood last night's show was that he was moving it to Patreon. So, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong. So, yeah. I'm also going to start for the members. I'm going to start what's that thing called Instagram? I've got an Instagram page. I'm going to give the link to my to the members of the podcast, and that way they can follow me on Instagram because there'll be stuff on Instagram that I'll be talking to you guys about that won't be in the regular stream. So, yeah, Marlon's show. I do like Marlon's show. That's he puts in a lot of time and work to that show and puts out a good product. So shout out to him. He did that interview as well with the dev. So I got to step on up here. I'm gonna reach back out to Ember Labs one more again because they're busy with the Kenna game. So I'm just trying to come up with some questions to ask. I've never interviewed a developer before, so I got to come up with. And I don't need to. I maybe talk to them for maybe a half hour. So yeah. So let's see here. Niece did it, the producer. Okay, what's going on this morning? Shout out to all the new subs. I mean, again, like I said, we hit over 1,400 subs. I still can't believe it. I'm in shock that we're past that. So try to get Guerrilla Games. Well, they spell it differently, but boy, that would be a tough get for me. I was happy to hear back from Ember Labs, but again, you don't know whoever's listening to your podcast. So so yeah, those Ember Labs is very they're online, they're on Twitter, and I mean, as long as you're cool in their Twitter feed, they interact with you. So because I asked them what those little things were, and they told me, but I have to ask them again. So but they have they got like a 10 or 20-second video on Twitter with Kenna fighting what she's going to do. So she's got one heck of a block hand. I called it her pimp hand. So what's going on there, the REC? How are you all doing today? So also, let me ask you all, the game The Avengers, who is playing that, and can you go buy that right now? Because I pre-ordered it at GameStop, and of course my GameStop doesn't open till noon. So, and I'm going to the movies today. So I'm just gonna more than likely I'm trying to figure out a way to do the movie theater and then go to GameStop tomorrow. Or today. So so let's see here. So November the 3rd will be a very sad day for the Xbox. Won't say more than that. Okay. So okay. They had I guess they had a tough time after that announcement the other day, didn't they? So you play the beta, it gets boring after a while. Well, like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and buy it. But I just didn't know if I could go pick it up today because I see people playing it. They got screenshots and stuff. I'm like, how are they playing it if the game? I didn't think the game came out until tomorrow. I could be wrong. I don't think the game came out till tomorrow. So they don't want to release standard before Friday, but I can try. Okay. Well, that may explain it then. So they got the other versions of it. Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. So, I mean, so far I've played it. I thought it was okay so far. I'm still trying to get used to the controls of the players. So, But yeah, so it's a big jump when you switch from Iron Man to Miss Marvel. That's a jump. I mean, that's a totally different fighting style, which is cool. Which is cool. So that PlayStation has 3 early accesses. Well, that's fun. I mean, I'm not. And again, if I can go pick it up today and buy it today, I'll buy it today after the movie. I'll just, the movie theater is literally, I don't know, 15 minutes away from GameStop. I'll just walk to GameStop after the movie. So it's not that big a deal to me. So, I mean, so far I've liked what I've played. Yeah, I've liked what I played. So I haven't played it enough to say I loved it. So, but played it. It's fine. It's nothing wrong with it. So, the Gaminator, how are you doing? So, plus the Rec, how are you doing this morning? The REC. So, it says better than the beta. So, is it more stable? Is that what you mean by better than the beta? So you're picking it up tomorrow? Yeah, that's what I'll probably end up doing myself. So, man, well, what a day I had. I got my motherboard in. It was the wrong one. I thought I was getting a good deal. It was a good deal because it was a Intel motherboard. So I got a 450, but it was a Intel motherboard. So I had to send that. I'm sending that back out tomorrow for free. I'm like, oh, I got the wrong motherboard. What do I do? I called them this morning. They were like, oh, well, we'll just send it back to us, and it's free. I can return it free. So the motherboard I want doesn't go on sale till the 5th, and I gotta work. So I gotta hope it stays in my cart. So, but I'm getting upset about it. So, but I'm over it now. Have you seen some tweets that the grind is ridiculous in the Avengers? I thought it would be. Oh, Tony Hawk's coming out tomorrow. Did not know that. I didn't know that. So the 570 AMD. Yeah, well, I mean, again, let me see which one I've got in my cart here. Let me go here. Let's see here. 570X, right? AMD motherboard. Okay. The MSI one is that doesn't go on sale until the end of the month. I'm saying at least on Amazon. Let me make that clear. I haven't checked Newegg yet. Newegg, what about the Asus TUF motherboard? Do you know anything about that one? Because that one I can go ahead and buy once once they refund my money. They're going to send it. So so. Oh, Jemiah Dixon is here. Oh, no. Wait a minute. He's still at work. He won't be able to jump on until 10 a.m. Eastern time. So what I'm doing right now is called filler material. So I think Jemiah is still at work. So, but what is happening, people? Oh, wait a minute. I got to go get something out of the refrigerator before I get started. Well, hold on. Here we go. Here it is. There we go. And here's the sound. Oh, yeah, baby. Woo. Yeah. So, yeah. Your late 2012 Mac has just packed it in. Well, I mean, there's motherboards on sale, but I may have to go through Newegg. So does anybody know about Newegg? I know with Amazon, I know what to expect. But does anybody know anything about Newegg? Because they do have but after taxes, the motherboard is going to cost $180. Good Lord. I mean, seriously, good Lord. So, So am I getting the 3? No, no, that's for Jemiah now. No. Yeah, that was my big thing. When I saw how much NVIDIA was going to charge for that 3070, I'm buying that. I am not going to get the Series S. I was going to get a Series S for everybody. I'm just going to go ahead and get that. That's fine. That's half a stack. Then with the what's it called? The monitor, I get that'll be fine. That'll be fine. But I'm literally the games that we saw, they were running on the highest end. They were running on an i9. I think that's what they said. It was either an i9 or an i7 and a 390. And I'm not gonna get the 390, and the 380 is too expensive for me. But the 370, yeah, I'm definitely gonna get that. You know, that's all I can say. So, yeah, bargain, big time bargain, and for me, $500 for what they show, because I went back and rewatched it again, and I couldn't believe what I was seeing. They said that marble thing was at 720p. I watched that in 4K, and I still can't believe that they can get that type of look out of 720p with their DLSS, whatever that's called. So, oh, you're home? Well, I sent you the link, Jemiah. What'd you do? Leave early? So, but I'm 38 hot over that. It's my fault. I thought I was getting a good deal over the motherboard, but I'm not upset about it. So, you know, so somebody else is getting the 380, 370 for me. 370 for me. But all right, then, Jemiah hopefully will be hopping on here shortly. I know he's got to go ahead and yeah, guys got to come home and kind of, you know, knock the rust off. So that's fine. You know, he may have a little call he's got to make. So I mean, the other day, what was it? Monday? Monday, man, my girl just showed up. I mean, she just came over out of the blue, no phone call. I mean, they just showed up, knocking on the door. I'm like, what's going on? And she just comes in, you know. So she just comes in and wants to go ahead and throw down. She had a tough day at work. I'm like, I'm like, well, you want to go to the gym? No. The YouTube link. Oh, my bad. I forgot how to do this. I'm sorry. All right. Let me do the invite. Okay. I haven't done this in a while. I mean, like, I need to get back on here. So let's go. Okay, let me go over here. Let me go there. All right, I just sent it. Hopefully that's the right thing. I haven't done this in a while. I'm rusty. So your little brother getting the 390. Well, I mean, again, look, that thing costs $1,500 though. Here's what I love. The best thing that guy said. First things first, where does he get that leather jacket at? But besides that, why is he in his kitchen? It's like he's pulling something out of the stove when he looks down there. My whole thing is when he said the 20 series based the price per performance wasn't good. I'm glad they admitted that, because that's been my whole point. Like, dude, what these guys are selling us, what they're selling you compared to what they are bringing is trash. You know, you can't charge me $1,200 and then say, well, we got ray tracing, but then it's going to make you do 30 frames per second. But again, what I saw, I was thoroughly impressed. And then the price, I'm like, the price, there's no way they can sell this. This is going to be like $800. And then I'm going to go off. And then they said, nah, it's $500. I'm like, oh my God. That's all I said. I literally was at work and I was watching Six stream. I'm like, did they just say $499? NVIDIA's turning into AMD, you know, so So yeah, they're actually making a card that's affordable. So, but yeah, I'm doing 1440p DLSS or whatever that is all day long. And like I said, the marble thing sold me. The marble thing sold me. Then yeah, I still can't. I gotta ask King Thrash why he did what he did the post up. He absolutely busted post up's legs. I mean, he just golly. So yeah, he was cooking cards. I don't know what that man's doing. It's still too much. The 390 is still too much. But considering that it's not that big of, I mean, that's like it's gonna do 8K. Like 8K, I about hit the floor.
Craig, the 3090 is for enthusiasts.
Well, it's 8K. That's too expensive for 8K. But hey, if you can afford 8K, you can afford that card. That's the way they look at it, honestly. A friend of mine's a big NVIDIA guy, and he just said, look, their cards are going to be like that. It's like when you go to the Jaguar dealership. You're only there because you can afford the car. Okay. So you don't go to just look at Jaguars. You go to purchase them. Game Hater says that if you want to have a laugh, according to Post Up, Halo Infinite wasn't running on a PC. Well, look, they said it was running on a PC. So Post Up's issue is with Microsoft. If he wants to cape for them, let him cape for him. But it is Microsoft that said that was running on a PC with light specs. So Post Up knows more than Microsoft does. So,
how are you doing this morning, Craig?
Oh, I'm excited. Yeah, how are you doing?
I'm content.
Content? Did you leave work early? Did you tell the boss you didn't feel good?
I told him I got a 3090 to buy, so I left. You know what I mean? Walked out of there like a boss.
I'm telling you, I'm already mad. I tried to sign up for the 3070, to get the information, and it won't accept my email. So they already don't want me to buy one.
I'm not too worried about the availability of the cards because I'm like I said, I want the it's not really gonna make a difference until I get the full PCI 4.0 experience, motherboards, storage, RAM, everything needs to be upgraded. So
what kind of motherboard do I need to get? Because I bought the wrong one.
I mean, let me see.
Because I can't use the 550B. That's for AMD. That's an AMD motherboard. So it work with that?
Yeah, like the graphics cards work in any PCIe slot.
Okay, so I can go and get that motherboard. Hell, I'm able to get that today. Okay. I may walk up to Best Buy and get that today.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for them to put out the actual the full Intel PCIe 4.0 motherboards because I'm still waiting on Intel to show their Generation 11 CPU. So we'll see what's going on with that.
Okay, well, it's gonna be trash.
Maybe. I mean, we'll see.
Because it's Intel, so of course it's trash. So.
But I'm definitely gonna buy the card in September. I'm getting it for free, so I'm not even worried about it.
Oh, cool!
I got my Trump check, and I got I should have soon. I should have 700 in gift cards. So
you got a Trump check. your reparation money.
Yeah, I get my money back that they owe me. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
I got my tax money back. That's basically what.
Oh, they held that. Yeah, they held mine too. They held mine. It was in stasis for 3 weeks, and then they let it out. They let it out of jail. So, but now, what did you think about those cards? What about the car? Let me ask you about the IO pass through, because let me address the whole thing with the community. The Xbox community literally mocked the fact that Sony was going to be streaming assets, and they said it wasn't what the future was going to hold, and that Xbox had the better device for what we were going to get. But then NVIDIA's got a card. Now, is it all the cards, or is it just the 3070 that's going to be streaming at 7 gigabytes per second?
All the cards are going to use the new direct storage technique.
Mhm.
So all the new 30 series, at least, not the 20 series. So I'm not. Let me see. I'm not sure. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's dependent on the stronger the card, the faster it's going to be.
Right.
But let me look at the specs, because I don't really look at the specs for like the 3070, because
Mhm.
I'm not gonna get one. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, the 3070 is they said that was the best value. That was on Forbes. Forbes rated that card as the best value.
Oh, no doubt. Like it's faster than a 2080 Ti, and this native output is 4K.
Really? I thought it was only 1440p.
That's gonna be like every card can do more. Like the 3090 can do 8K, but you're not gonna be. You know what I mean? That's not the standard for your gaming. Like the PS5 can do 8K, but it's not gonna do 8K in gaming. You feel me?
Yeah.
But the max resolution is 7680 by 4320. So it can go pretty high. Like it's HDMI 2.1. As far as the data transfer goes, as far as like the SSD, the IO throughput of the actual card, I still don't think it's as fast as the PS5s. But right. I think by next year they'll have SSDs that are probably doing like 14 gigabytes a second. You know what I mean?
Wow.
The initial one Samsung just came out with is 7,000 gigabytes a second.
I think the number that got me is they had 28 billion transistors. I'm like, how is that possible? How you put 28 billion in such a small space? But I don't know what a CUDA core is, but it's got 5,800 of them. It's got 8 gigabytes of GDDR6. I mean, that's ridiculous right there. This is the 3070, so this is the baby bear.
Yeah.
So it says required power 1 times PCIe 8 pin. And then PCI interface 4.0. So that thing's a monster. I mean, that's ridiculous. to be packing that, I don't know how hot it'll get and stuff like that. But I do know when they showed the game they showed, the fact that the Call of Duty people built a separate demo for us to see, and I was like, Jesus, that looks really good, because that was at night, and the reflections at night, I was like, man, that really looks really good. So,
did you see that Watch Dogs Legions trailer for NVIDIA?
Wow, yeah,
the new one, that shit is so crystal clear, my guy. Like that new 4K Watch Dogs Legions trailer with the on the RTX 3080. Yeah. It is so crystal clear. It's like it's not even the same game. The game doesn't even look the same from when I've seen it before.
That's so amazing. And even that Marvel game, I thought that was 4K. That guy was like at 720p. I'm like, what? But it's running that deep sample, whatever that stuff.
The deep learning super sampling is definitely a game changer. I remember when people was clowning me 2 years ago when it first came out. I can't wait to go back and like run Shadow of the Tomb Raider to see
Oh yeah, geez, that will look fantastic.
Because I beat the game, but I never beat like all the deals, like all the expansions and shit.
So. I never beat the game. I kept getting stuck, and I got mad. Like I said, how's that girl gonna know more about Mayan lore than the actual friggin' Mayans? You know, and she's some rich aristocrat from England or wherever she's from, Narnia. So, but the game itself, I thought was really fun. So somebody said the 3070 is better than the RTX 2080 Ti and cheaper. Yeah, and that's NVIDIA. That is the AMD effect on NVIDIA, because they are worried about Big Navi or Navi 2, whatever they're calling it. So they're worried about it. So they've got a card that at the bare minimum, we got Lisa Su and them probably kind of took a step back, because that was a punch in their face. You know, here's this card with this capability at $500. You know, and that's really tough for AMD, because AMD, that's roughly the price they were going to start selling their Navi cards. So if the NVIDIA card is outperforming them and it's the same price, people will go buy the NVIDIA card first. That's just the reality. So, but wow, yeah, like I said, Lisa Su got her work cut out from her. I bet she threw her hands up in the air when they announced that price. So, not unless they knew it before. But yeah, they got their work cut out for them with that 3070. That's a threat to AMD, not the 3080, because they can undercut that. But that I don't see them dropping a card for like $399 with the same capabilities.
I don't know. I don't know if I mean I hope AMD does come out and really push NVIDIA, because NVIDIA still has to release their TI or the super models, you know what I mean? So they left room to play in case AMD comes out with anything that's gonna like mess with their price structure. So competition is good, you know what I mean? Like and I was just reading up the 3070, it can do 4K 60, but it can't do it with ray tracing.
It can it? Can it do ray tracing?
Like it won't be able to do 4K 60 with ray tracing on at the same time.
Oh yeah, well, that makes sense.
So like it'll be 1440p with ray tracing, but if you want to just play it without ray tracing, you can play it at 4K 60.
Oh, I see. Well,
it depends on the games also, so you never know,
Yeah, I have a $5 chat from Rice Eater 79. Shout out to him. Says all that means is the fear mongering about third-party devs won't use PS5's capability is debunked. 30 series streaming data confirmed. PS5 lead dev. Yeah, no, you're right. I mean, that's what it said was when Mark Cerny did his deep dive, and he said that developers would rather stream data in so it's not as taxing on the hardware. And people mock that, especially people in the Xbox community. Now NVIDIA's got a card that's going to be doing the same thing. So, and that will help with the ray tracing because we've seen it with the PlayStation 5. Every game we've seen has had ray tracing on it, and there ain't nothing wrong with the frames. Not so far, not based on what we've seen. So, yeah, it works. I mean, Mark Cerny being up there saying, here's what we're wanting to do, that was all theory. So when we actually physically saw it, even with the Epic Game Engine, that was 1440p, and it had 8K assets. So, yeah, so Beaver, you're right as well. That's exactly what the Unreal demo was. It was 1440p with 8K assets. And Epic came out and said that it could have ran at 60. So that's scary with 8K textures. So that alone is amazing. Hit the like button, people. Don't be lazy. Don't be scared.
Exactly.
Don't be scared. It says NVIDIA was never worried. Yes, they were. Yes, they were. They were worried about them because, again, if AMD was going to come out with a card that was going to be more efficient than the 2070, but cheaper than the 2080 and do a lot of the same stuff, that's worrisome. But hey, NVIDIA head them off at the pass. Give them credit. I don't know what AMD is going to do at this point. It's like when I watched Avengers Endgame, that end scene when Captain America says Avengers Assemble, and they all ran across the screen. All I thought about was how sorry DC was. Like that moment, I'm like, I don't know what DC is going to do. When you see that up on the screen, and they just did Justice League, which was trash. I mean, it was trash. So that's they got their work cut out for them, and AMD does too. So, but that's the card. I'm getting the 3070, $500. That just I'm not getting the Series S anymore. So I can say that bit the dust for me. And I don't care for NVIDIA stuff, but there's no reason to get the Series S. Even if it's $300, I can pay another $200 and get a brand new car. What's up, Eric? I guess they start playing NFL football, in like another week and a half. Monday Night Football is it next Monday?
There's no preseason?
The preseason is what they're doing now.
Okay. I'm like, they got to skip preseason?
Yeah, that's what they're doing now. So, I mean, I think they start playing either maybe they play on the 10th. I mean, I can't remember. It's something like that. They got a weird schedule. So, of course, this will be the week everybody comes down with the Rona. So somebody says we're comparing stuff that's not even available. Oh well, all I know is that it's $499.
Listen, yeah, listen right here. I want to tell this guy in the chat, bro.
Yeah.
NVIDIA just put out a 4K 60 Ultra trailer for Doom, running that shit above 120 right now. You can go check it out. The shit is real. The shit is here. The shit doesn't need direct storage to do what it's doing. You know what I mean? It's already a beast. The shit has 20 something gigabytes of GDR6X VRAM. Like you guys don't understand how PCs work. So I'm sick of you in the chat saying things that not gonna be available until next year. Yada yada yada. It doesn't need it. It's doing it right now.
So somebody said,
if the game is gonna utilize SSD like Ratchet and Clank, then yes, you can say something like that. But for most of these games, the SSD is not going to matter. Like I don't know what you guys are on.
Yeah, the devs have to go ahead and unload. Like with Ratchet and Clank, the amount of people on the screen, the amount of enemies on the screen, that's the SSD. They're streaming that in. The way they were transferring, he was moving around. That's the SSD. They said it. How do I know that? It's because they said it. That's what they
Just
said.
because you're an electrical engineer doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
I have a degree in computer. I have a degree in computer information science. I can program. So what? I know everything now. That doesn't mean anything. Stop it.
Hurricane is this next Thursday. Okay. Yeah, I can program Basic A. That is the Samir. Oh no, somebody's talking about Cyberpunk. You think Cyberpunk is the Cyberpunk's actually a this generation game, huh?
My thing is just because you have a particular job or whatever or education doesn't mean you're working for Microsoft or for Nvidia. Like I don't know how you know these inside secrets about how their thing works. Greg, I didn't come on here to get into it with the chat. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, you did. It's fine.
I know. It's just like I wish. Like that's why I didn't say anything before the show because I just want to let them show what they got to show. You know what I mean?
Oh, I understand. Yeah, I'm just looking at the chat too. And it's okay for. All right, let me say this. A lot of people don't understand the way the PC works. They don't understand the way the technology works that's in the PS5. Like I said, I'll shout out to Eric for the $2 holla. He says Raider Nation. Yeah, fine. Now I asked you last week, and maybe you answered. Are they playing in Los Angeles this year or in Vegas? I can't remember, and I can't get a straight answer from ESPN. They keep on sending me to something. I got to watch a damn commercial. Like I'm just asking a basic question. So that game is not says it's not running. Oh, that's a game that's running on PS4 and Xbox. Oh, you're talking about Cyberpunk. Yeah, Cyberpunk is a this gen game. I'm not here to say that it won't look good because Jemiah is swearing by it. So yeah, so I hope it does what he thinks it's going to do.
Man, Craig, I'd say I don't care about anybody's opinion about Cyberpunk. You know what I mean? Only opinion that matters is mine.
That's right.
And when I played on that 3090, it's gonna look glorious, my guy. Believe me.
Yeah, I mean, I hope so. Did they show it running on it already? Now, what did they show?
Yes, sir.
They showed it running at 1080p with the DLSS, right? That's what they've shown, and then they at least that's what I've seen. Did they show it running on the new cards?
Cyberpunk? Yeah, they showed it running on the new cards yesterday.
Okay. Yeah. That was
yeah.
So somebody's got a 1080 Ti. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out, is it better than a 980 Ti? Because everybody swears up and down the 980 Ti was like the GOAT.
It was for a brief moment in history.
Oh, KIOP 901, shout out to your brother. Mr. This man right here, actually, shout out to him. He's the one that donated the GPU that I'm using. Shout out to 901. Says RTX IO and direct storage from MS is a game changer for PC. SSD next gen console hype crush. Not really. I mean, it's going to do the same thing, isn't it? It's going to move information non-static. So, and it's a win for the people who said that streaming data is the future. Obviously, if NVIDIA is, I hate to say this, God, it's 80% of the GPU market, and their new cards are really going to allow developers to do that, then what Sony has done with the PS5 is the right direction to go. I'm not trying to make a direct comparison, but maybe these Xbox guys should not have said anything about power. I mean, after that one car had like 90 T-flops or something like that. I mean, that is literally, there ain't enough Astro Glide available at the sex shop for what they just did to the Xbox Series X fanboys. So, yeah, Mass Effect on the RTX 90. Oh my God, that would be fantastic.
Hopefully, the rumors that the remaster is true, because I definitely want a remaster or remake or whatever they're gonna do with it.
They're talking about October, but
that seems so off to me.
Yeah, I still think if they're going to announce that, it'll be November 7th. Or maybe they announce it in October to come out November 7th. I don't know. So,
that's the craziest thing he said yesterday about the RTX is like, he said the more art ray tracing they have, the faster it does it. Like,
so like, now what does that mean?
Like, so like the more ray tracing affects the add to the game is going to process it faster and faster and faster. Like, it like this thing's like, it's hungry for ray tracing, you know what I mean? It's waiting to crunch this shit. Just like the 2080 Ti runs best at 4K. If you put it under 4K, it runs worse for some reason. Like these cards are supposed to run at certain resolutions, you know what I mean? You're not supposed to put it like a 720p. It doesn't make sense, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And I want to dispel this rumor going around that everybody keeps saying, like, most PC guys are playing at 720p. Most PC. Just because they have a resolution or a display doesn't mean their card can't do more than that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't. You guys are stuck at playing with whatever the developers say you got to play at. We can drop our shit down. We can raise it up. I can play on a 1440p monitor with a 3090. All I like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's my prerogative. Like, but this whole thing that all these PC guys have these potato rigs, like if that makes you feel better, then I guess so. But that 3070 for $500 is changing the game, bro. You know what I mean? And when AMD comes up with their cards, I'm pretty sure they're gonna do the same thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they'll have to do something. They have to.
The performance would be similar, but the price would be better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you're gonna have your great budget AMD build, or you can go with the enthusiast grade 3090 for no reason.
Yeah. Well, see, I think that guy said it. You all can go back and watch it. I don't know why that guy's standing in his kitchen. I mean, I don't know what that represents, but I guess that means he's whipping something up. I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to.
Oven baking, bro.
Yeah, I guess so, because he kept on bending down towards the oven. I never saw the oven. That would have been cool if he opened up the oven. Now, that would have been nice. But at the end of the day, the SSD, I thought the guy said it would, and I don't know if it was just a 3070. I was just mentioning this to Jemiah. I thought he said 7 gigabytes per second. That's what I thought he said, which is roughly, I know the PlayStation is at 5.5 at the base, but it can go up to 9. So, and there's some people saying it could get to 13. I don't know if that's true.
Well, the newest Samsung M.2 NVMe PCI 4.0 is 7 gigabytes a second. It's just coming out. It's just probably gonna be like $600-$700. So I wouldn't really, you know what I mean? I would hold off on that.
I don't know what a teraflop does. It's just a calculating unit. That's all a teraflop is. And I guess if you unleash all of them, but to me, I don't know how you unleash all of it without bottlenecking somewhere else. So at least on a console, I understand on a PC, you can turn something down. Like I would unleash all the FPS, so I'm going to play at 900p. Shout out to Meds. That's what Meds was saying. It's like, hey, I'll drop the game down to 820p and play it as long as I can play it 60 and above. So that's what he does, So, and that's what a lot of guys in the PC community do. It's just I told you guys what you're doing at 30, they want to do at 60 and above. That's it. That's your main difference. I mean, there's other things too, but yeah, I mean, all these people that went out and bought these 2070s and 2080s, yeah, they got ripped off based on what NVIDIA said. Like, hey, look, the price of performance with the 20 series wasn't what we wanted. Yeah, it wasn't.
As for me, as far as like, I literally built my computer like in 2018. I literally paid like, I think probably ended up around maybe $3K.
Good Lord!
And I'm about to build a new one. Like,
yeah, I know. I may build another one too. I may just finish this one, because I've got all my parts, and then I may just go ahead and get this 5500B, get another GPU, and get the CPU. I may just do that. So, shit.
For me, the money argument is irrelevant. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
For anybody, for any hobby, for any person, people spend thousands of dollars on what they like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you want to be super cheap, then that's on you. But don't try to shame people or try to use that as some kind of ammo because you got a $500 console. I mean, great for you. I want to buy a 3090, so therefore I'm buying it. I don't need no reasons. I don't need no justifications. I don't need no excuses. You know what I mean?
Facts. Oh, it's an argument out of me. I have people coming to me saying, well, I'm not going to buy it because of this. Like, look, if you don't want it, you don't. I mean, again, if I go to Ruth Chris tonight and I want the steak and the ribs, I'm not going to sit up there and argue with the waiter on getting the shrimp. I want the steak and the ribs. Bring it.
Exactly.
You know, I'm not going to justify nothing else to this guy. Yeah, I agree with that.
That's why I said, Craig, yesterday, that's why I said I'm content because I never seen a product, right? You have a product launch, right? Like the 3090, the rumors are everywhere, right? The hype is incredible. I never seen somebody come out, meet my expectations, exceed them, and then show me everything I need to know right there. Price, date, everything. Boom. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm content. I don't need to argue with nobody else. I don't need to compare consoles to PC. I don't care about what you're thinking. All I'm thinking about is that 3090 and Cyberpunk 2077. Once that happens, I will log off from the internet and I will be playing that game for the next 6 months, probably. You know what I mean?
The video, I think, has the deal for Cyberpunk.
Yeah, I'm so glad. I'm so glad. I can't wait to see the deep learning super sampling. Oh my god, it's got this bro. Craig.
They showed, was that the 2060 they showed it on? But they were trying to, it was 1080p 30, but they were showing the deep. So I'm like, oh, that actually looks really good. You know, I don't care it's at 30. That they were just trying to show off the technology. But the Marvel game, that was at 720p, guys. I mean, you can go look it on your 4K TV now. It looks like it's in 4K. You couldn't, I would have argued you down if you had said, and until that guy come out and said this is in 720p, I was like, what? And it looks like that, So just with their technology that they have. So what they did for me was they showed me something at the lowest plane, and they showed it at one of its higher planes, running on the 3070 that thing was running on. So that type of technology for me at $500. And let me belay all this because I heard the Ash and Luca talking about this. Then I heard Big Cloud talking about this. Luca, look, it was the Xbox community that talked about power. Okay, the power this, power that. The fact that NVIDIA has something coming out at the same price, and I understand, and you're right, you got to get a CPU and all that kind of stuff. But we're talking about the Xbox community who has went out and spent this generation at least $1,200 on consoles. So yeah, the price is kind of is moot. They should not have talked about power. And if they didn't feel threatened, they wouldn't have been damage controlling on Twitter yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, people are like, oh, PC guys are in the console or space argument. No, we were chilling, and then y'all came out and was saying the fucking Xbox Series X is gonna make fucking PCs irrelevant and all this crazy shit. You know what I mean? Nobody was even talking to you dudes. You know what I mean? And then you dudes came out of nowhere for the last year talking about specs. Literally for the last year, all you dudes been arguing about is the T-flops, the spec count. It was supposed to be 13 something, for the PS5 originally. Y'all been all over the place with this shit. And now y'all want to act like y'all don't want to talk about specs anymore? No, we talking about specs now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've said before, I don't know why they think they can pull their dick out on Monday and then play victim on Tuesday.
We talking about specs now, Craig. You know what I mean? We talking about tweets. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're talking about 10,000 CUDA cores, my guy. You feel me? Let's go.
Yeah.
You got a super chat.
You're right. You're not wrong. I don't know why they talk. Well, I know why they talk about specs because they ain't got no games, but at the end of the day, I don't get. Also, if you're playing Flight Sim, Microsoft has apparently fixed a whole lot of bugs. So I may try to download it again. I may try one more time. So. But yeah, what's up, Brigadier Junior Wildebeest? I'm coming over there. You all better get ready for the party. So Somebody says the bandwidth for the Ampere cards is it Ampere? Okay. Go way above what next gen consoles have, so don't worry about. Well, yeah, you're right. Look, the consoles. I was told, and I told you guys this. I was told if you compare these to NVIDIA's products, which I said you shouldn't do, but it was comparable to a 2060, both consoles, a 2060, this juiced up. I said that over a month ago. Okay, I said, look, that's what you're getting because you're going to get some forms of ray tracing. You will get much better frames. You're going to get choices in 60 and dynamic. You're not going to do that with these cards. The card will just play the game at native 4K, and you can turn on ray tracing, and you can increase your frames. So that's a more advanced model. Basically, both the PS5 and the Series X are mid-tier. What NVIDIA did was it pushed everything back down to the mid-tier. Which is roughly where, like, which is nothing wrong, but that's roughly where the PlayStation has always been. It's always been at the PS5 is mid-tier. Okay, compared to what's coming out now, Navi 2 and these 3000 series. So
listen, Craig, whatever the PS5 comes out at, whatever price it comes out, and whatever day it comes out, if it's available, I'm going to get one. And I'm going to enjoy it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand people's like, oh, if I get this, then this is irrelevant. No, I'm going to get a PC to enjoy the multiplats and everything at the highest resolution possible. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to get a PS4 5 to enjoy Miles Morales, Horizon Zero Dawn, Forbidden West, etc. It's that simple. Like, I don't need to fight or compete with something I own. People always say, yo, I own a PS4 Pro. I enjoy the games. I play them, I beat them. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And that's it. Like, I'm a centaur. You know what I mean? But these guys were the ones putting consoles against PC, and now that Nvidia came out, everybody like you say, they want to play the victim now. Everybody want to go hide their head. Like, don't be throwing rocks. You was throwing rocks last week. You know what I mean? Now you gotta hide your head. Like, nah, we out here, baby. Like, I'm not looking for trouble, but I'm ready for that smoke if need be.
Yeah, now here comes the real smoke that you guys always talk about. Yeah, I got another $5 holler. Appreciate your Rice Eater. This is going to the 3070 series, so I appreciate it. Says for $500, we'll push true next-gen streaming and SSD developed games faster. Systems with weaker streaming capability will have inferior versions. Now you're right, but not right out the box. Okay, you got to understand that the streaming is not for what we're going to get this year or next year, but 22, 23, 24. That's when you're going to really start seeing a separation. That's when it's like my football coach used to say, when we all got our uniforms on, we took pictures. Oh, everybody looks great. Everybody looks sexy. Tomorrow we're going to start hitting. We're going to separate the men from the boys. That's it. You know, and that's what just happened was they separated everything again. And that's why the PlayStation at 10 T-flops with the SSD solution for console is the best route, simply because now they can get you. We saw it. Instead of now they can. We've seen what they can do. So again, I'm fine. Jemiah's right. If I can't get the PlayStation 5, and I told you guys a week ago, I'm resigned to not being able to get one till next year. I'm not going to be throwing a fit. I'll get this GPU, and I'll be fine. Okay, I'll be fine. Now, I won't be able to. You're right. I can't play Miles Morales. I can't play Horizon yet, but that's fine. I can wait on that. I can wait. Meanwhile, I'll be gaming on PC, and I'll be having a ball. So it's not, and I won't be dogging out the PS4, PS5. Just I don't have one yet. So that's just it is what it is.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. Like, when Cyberpunk comes out, I don't care what else is out. I'm playing that game only. Like, that's my next 6 months right there, Craig. Already booked up. I'll play the rest of the games in next summer. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, you're right. Now, this guy, shout out to K Trotter. He said the dev said yesterday that next gen was above 2080 Ti. What dev? Again, you got to understand that the Navi card that's coming out, you got to stop. I would see the first thing, stop comparing everything to NVIDIA. Our consoles are based on AMD. The consoles are going to give us roughly what a 2060 can do, this amped up. If you want to say 2070, that's fine. I'll even give you the 2070. But guys, a 2080 Ti. That is a come on. That's a monster card. And,
Jensen came out. Remember, Jensen came out earlier in the year and said that the next gen is not stronger than in 2080, and people are like, "Why is he even saying anything?" You know what I mean? Because you can bring that up. Listen. I don't care how strong the PS5 is. I'm going to buy it. It's a console. I don't have a choice on how strong it is. Whatever they make it as, I'm going to buy it. I don't need to see the back of it. I don't need to see the insides of it. Yeah. It comes out, I buy it, I put games in it, I play them. Y'all making this way too complicated. You know what I mean? If you want to talk about specs and everything else, go get a PC, then you can talk about specs and shit. But for consoles, you have no choice but to buy it or not buy it, no matter what it does. So I don't know why y'all have this crazy spec talk, compare it to 2070s or whatever. Who cares?
Yeah.
Buy it, play it, enjoy it. That's it.
Hey, Han P. Shout out to Han P. Said the PS2 games have less pop-in than Halo Infinite. Then check it out. Porter Rock said that the cloud pop-in was they were practicing social distancing on the clouds in that game. That game looked like trash. And I'm a Halo fan. But anytime you got social distancing with the pop-in with the velocity architecture, and that's what people were saying. Well, Xbox let them borrow the velocity architecture. Really? Why is the velocity architecture only doing like 2.4 gigabytes and this is doing 7? I mean, come on now. I mean, guys, let's just stop. Let's just stop it. Can we just
who borrowed the Xbox? Who borrowed the velocity engine?
I don't know. Somebody was damage controlling. I don't know why they started damage controlling. I will say this. When he came out there and said the price was the nuclear bomb, not what the card can do. The fact that NVIDIA,
I think that was
a brand new card that's more powerful. Right now, that card hits, it's going to be cheaper than a 1080 Ti. It's hard to believe. It will be cheaper than a 1080 Ti. It's got way more tech in it.
That's the MSRP though, so we'll see what the sellers actually sell it as.
Yeah, well, I know if I'm walking in there, with my tax, it should be at $532.18. I'm walking in there with $533, and if they say it's $534, I ain't getting it. I'll go off. I'm like, what happened to the taxes? So, but what's up, Ice Queen and Paul G? What's happening? But yeah, I just don't get what I mean. Look at that right there. I mean, the fact that it can do all, and then you can turn all that off and just do. I just want to do 1080p, and I don't know, play Cyberpunk 1080p with the way it looked in that thing, in their demo that they did a couple weeks ago. That was 1080p, and then just turn on the deep sampling, whatever that is, and that's fine. It still looked fantastic. I don't know about the sound. Where I think PlayStation is going to get over on everybody is the sound. I think their sound's going to be unmatched, even by NVIDIA. So, but yeah, it's and of course they're exclusives. My God, I mean, geez, I mean, Horizon Forbidden West looked phenomenal. I mean, I couldn't believe what I was. So, and
that's my most anticipated game is Horizon. Like that's my favorite game of this generation. Period.
Yeah. And there's talk now that something that calls itself Dark Souls or Demon Souls. The way they're talking, there could be some smoke that could be a launch window game. So, and again, the Kenna game, I'm buying that. I mean, I'm getting a PS5, but I didn't get a PS4 until almost March or April of 2014 because they were that difficult to find in my region. So it is what it is, So it is what it is. What's up, King Darren?
Also, I think I heard that AMD is not even going to use RDNA 2 in the new cards. They're going to use RDNA 3.
They might. The shout out to Moore's Law is dead, and a couple other people. I think Paul is at Red Tech Gaming. They're both reporting that they have sources that said that they, at least in the PS5, they have RDNA 3. So they have to wait and see until they break it down. I was told that too. I was told they had RDNA 3 in the PS5. So, but we'll wait and see. It's not
the end of the story is, Craig. This is the last time I'm going to talk about consoles versus the new cards. The 20 series came out 2 years ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
Look at the huge leap they made from now to then. What do you think? By time the console reaches year 5, what do you think they will have on PC? A 4090, a 5090? You know what I mean? So my thing is it's wherever the consoles do, they're already outdated. It's a static box.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's gonna do what it does well. Sony's gonna put out some amazing IPs this generation. Just enjoy it. But as far as talking about power and IOs and all that shit, it's over, bro. Like, let it go. Like, that's it.
Yeah,
it's over.
Somebody, Kate Trotter is saying that RDNA 2 is above RTX 20. All right, right there. We don't know that yet because nothing has come out about RDNA 2. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying that is speculatory. We don't know if it probably is. It's designed to take on the 2070. So that's what it's designed to do. Now, we'll have to wait and see. But even if it outperforms the 2080, it's not. I don't see it outperforming the 30 series. And maybe it will, but that's what I'm saying. We got to wait on the hard numbers, not as I said, you have theoretical numbers, then you have actual physical real world performance numbers. We're waiting on the real world performance. We have seen it running in the PS5, and it looks fantastic. There's no doubt about that. So, but yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's nothing wrong with RDNA 2 because we've seen it working in the PS5, and it works. From what I've seen, looks fantastic. The games I've man, even except for bug stats, I can't get bug stats.
Hey, Craig, here, what up, Black Frost? Craig, here's the caveat though. If AMD makes a better card, guess what? I'm gonna get that one. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not an NVIDIA fanboy. Whoever makes the best part, I'm gonna put it in my rig. That's how I do. You know what I mean?
Sick is on to something when he has the Intel NVIDIA build, and he has an AMD build.
Yeah, I used to have an AMD CPU and an Intel and NVIDIA's GPU. Like,
yeah.
At the end of the day, they're just PC parts, bro. Like, yes, they're gonna work better with each other. AMD's gonna work better with AMD, but at the same day, it's still gonna work good with NVIDIA. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's gonna work great with NVIDIA. So,
yeah, very well. We'll get that 550 motherboard. I may get that today because they actually did have that in stock at Best Buy. I'm like, oh man, I don't want to get that card. Then I have to get a new CPU. But
PCIe 4.0.
The 550B, I think so.
That's my biggest thing to stress to you. If you don't want to get a new motherboard, you need to get a motherboard that's PCIe 4.0.
All right, let's see, 5500B motherboard. If I can pull it up here. Chipset, yeah, baby. Is this for the 3 series? So, PCI. What'd you say it needed to be?
PCIe 4.0.
Okay. Let's see here. So you want to specifications.
Hey, Rice Eater. AK is not stupid marketing or a gimmick. You know why? Because the shit already does AK60 with ray tracing on. They already did it. They already show it. They already have it. So, like, that's it. AK in 5 years, AK will be like just blossoming in regular people's houses. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the future is here, bro. Like, you guys, that's why I say I don't know why you guys are so stuck in like trying to stay in the past. I'm trying to do 20K. I'm trying to do 55K. I don't give a fuck what it is. You know what I mean? Give me 100 teraflops. Forget it.
I can't find it.
I don't think it is, Craig.
But when I go up there today, I'll ask them at the Geek Squad desk.
Yeah, tell them you want a PCIe 4.0 motherboard. Otherwise, it's pointless of even getting the motherboard.
Yeah, that's what I'll do. Yeah, wait a minute. Hold on. It says AMD B550 enables PCIe 4.0 for everybody. That's what it says here only. Let me pull it up here.
No, that AMD fucking software patch does not work. I don't want to hear that shit. That's what me and Sick got into. Like, that shit does not work. I need a hardware based PCIe 4.0, not a update, a BIOS update.
Yeah. Well, that's what's on the AMD. You're looking at the AMD page. So.
No, I seen that when it first came out. That shit doesn't work.
What do you mean it doesn't work?
It doesn't work right. It doesn't fully support. It doesn't make it 4.0. It's not giving you the same bandwidth because the hardware is based in 3.0.
Oh, well, that sucks. Yes,
you know what I mean?
Are you following me on Twitter, Paul G? Paul G said he wants to come up. Well, that's fine. Anybody can come up. But,
I like how Avenger is saying like, "Is there 8K textures, bro? I can put 10K textures. I can put 10K textures into Skyrim right now.
Yeah,
textures. You can load textures into anything. That's not like textures are just textures. What do you, I don't know what you're trying to say about it. Is it 8K textures? Yeah.
Bug Snacks Crab is 8K30. Well, again, you have to remember that the Epic gameplay demo had 8K textures on PS5. That's what you saw. That's why that game looked the way it looked. Okay? That's why. Now the SSD was used when she was flying. That's when they were actually streaming it, because that's what shocked the hell out of me. When Mark Cerny was saying that stuff, I'm like, how in the world are they going to anticipate what I want to see, what I need to see? But then I saw it. I'm like, oh, well, they did it. So it doesn't, I can shut up now, because I'm like, well, I didn't think they could do that. Because how do they know when I'm going to turn left, turn right, and they're going to stream stuff in? And it's like, well, they're going to stream in stuff like we saw Gran Turismo. You know, the track, they'll stream that in instead of having everything loaded up, because you may not need to see it. What if you can't get out of the pit in Gran Turismo? Your car floods, like, you know, something like that. So the fact that they're just going to not use static memory, that's the big deal with the PS5. And guess what? That's what NVIDIA is doing. They're giving the developers the ability to do that. So the fact that they're doing it and the fact that Sony has done it on steroids shows you that what Sony's PS5 is going to be, what the future is going to be, because you don't have to use as much brute force. For one thing, you don't have to store as much in memory. You can just move the information in and out, and that's what developers said that they wanted. That's what Mark Cerny said. So again, the NVIDIA card, all it does to me is it literally pats Cerny on the back, because Cerny said this is the future, and people mocked him, especially in the community. But now NVIDIA is doing the same thing. So it wouldn't shock me if Navi 2 does the exact same things. You know, they're going to allow the developers to stream content in and free up other assets that they can use to help with stability, frame rates, and graphics. That's why the games on PS5 that we've seen look like they do. Okay, they could not do that stuff right now. So somebody said get the X. I may end up with that, but the X570 is actually, I may end up with that, because the Asus TUF motherboard is actually something.
He's right. The X570 is probably your best bet.
Yeah, and that's fine. That's fine. But I don't think they had one of those up there at Best Buy, or maybe they did, and I was so mad that you know, because I'm trying to buy a monitor now. Now I know I'm just going to get the monitor and stuff like that, so which is fine. So I had 10K. Yeah, there's a somebody has a video of Skyrim with 8K textures running, like they're playing it, and it looked fantastic. So wow, somebody said 8K is a waste. Well, again, it wasn't 8K resolution. It was 8K textures. Okay, there's a difference. Okay, guys, the resolution was 1440p. But I'm telling you right now, had Epic come out and said, yeah, that was 4K, and nobody ran a test on it, we would have all accepted it as 4K.
You talking about that Marbles demo?
Huh?
That Marbles demo?
No. The Epic demo with a girl.
Oh, okay.
That was 1440p resolution, but it was 4K. I'm sorry, it was 8K textures. That's why it looked like that. Okay, it was the texture pack they had in there. And then they went into the global illumination with the lighting and stuff like that. So, which was ray tracing. And then you had people saying, "We didn't have ray tracing." Like, that's what global illumination is, you dickhead.
You know, you would have thought that Unreal 5 demo would have showed people why some gamers play at 1440p. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like 1440p Ultra is better than 4K fucking low settings. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, or even sometimes medium settings. Like the fidelity is not about the resolution. You know what I mean? It's about the textures, it's about the polygons, it's about the triangles, it's about all that. It's not just, oh, it looks sharp. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I just hate that people always think like if it's not 4K, then it's not gonna look better than 2K. Sometimes it does. It's just the resolution.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about the 3090 with the 8K gameplay, King Darren, but the DLSS was the marbles because the resolution, the output resolution was 720p, which is something that they were doing back in 2008, 2009, 720p came, and everybody went Google for Cocoa Puffs, so I'm just letting people know I was impressed with the marble thing, not because it was marbles, but because it was the way they made it look. I mean, for God's sakes, it was marbles. So, yeah, they did. Yeah, the 8K demo, which now you're talking about the Epic. This Epic was textured. So, but yeah, it's just the fact that NVIDIA has made a card for us to take advantage of 8K. That's all that guy with that leather jacket is saying. That's it. And he's also putting his competitor AMD on notice. Like, look, we got an 8K card. What are you all going to come with?
Listen, Craig, it's not like he just said that it does 8K on paper. He showed the game running at 8K 60 ultra settings with ray tracing on, thanks to deep learning super sampling. He showed it. You saw it. It's not a theory. It exists right now. It will exist in 2 weeks. You'll be able to do that if you have an 8K TV and an i9 10,000K, whatever the fuck that shit is.
Yeah.
So it's not theoretical. It's out right now. If you have the money, go do it and try it for yourself. Otherwise, why are we talking about this in the chat?
J-Dub will get the 39.
Exactly. He has an 8K TV.
8K TV. So
he'll be playing at 8K 60.
Yeah, if he wants. You're right. Now, somebody asked me that I wasn't interested in Cyberpunk. Now you claiming you are. What changed your mind? I'm still not interested in it, but shout out to somebody donated so I can go ahead and buy the game. So I've already bought the game. I've already pre-ordered the game. I'm just waiting for the game to come out and I can go pick it up. So I'm still not interested. It's called Cyberpunk.
Craig, I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised.
So, but I'm getting the game. Shout out to the one and only Ghost. He's the one that donated, and I'm getting Cyberpunk. So, really when that check came in via AdSense, I went right up to GameStop and said, I need to pre-order Cyberpunk, please.
Oh, I wish I had the money to get an 8K TV and play this shit at fucking 8K 60. That would be ridiculous.
Yeah, an 8K TV is what, like $12,000 or some kind of ungodly price.
Expensive.
Yeah, they're expensive. So I mean, they'll come down, but they won't come down to my price range for a long time.
Like I said, in 5 years, they'll be down.
Yeah, by 2025. Yeah,
like right now they're only 2K. That's not a lot.
Mm-mm.
You can get a QLED 8K for 2,500. I mean, it's a lot of money, but as far as like thinking about how the prices are going to drop in the future, in 5 years, this should be like 1,400. You know what I mean? 1,300. Yeah. It'll be the same prices as 4K.
The 1080p TVs came down quick. I remember walking into Best Buy and they in March, and those TVs were $799, $899. Went back in there during the holiday, they were down to $499, and people were buying them left and right. So asked J-Dub to buy me one. Oh, no. J-Dub already got 3 kids. He don't need another one. So, oh, man. So, yeah, let's see, 30 FPS. Nobody wants to play. Well, again, they showed the demo at 30 FPS to show you the cinema. That's the whole thing. See, when the video showed the 2060 running Cyberpunk with the DSL or whatever that is, it was running 30 frames per second. Nobody said anything. And the video actually came out and said, we want to show you the cinematic version of it. Fine. That's why they showed us what they showed us. It was very cinematic. Them sitting at the table, having a conversation, cinematic. Okay. When PlayStation did their show at 1080p 30 to show you the cinematics, you all attacked it. So yeah, I'm sorry, but you guys are silly. You guys are silly. So the reason why people are being assholes towards you guys is because you acted like assholes. So people are going to treat you like that. So there's an old saying my dad used to say. He said, if you get up in the morning and everybody you talk to, and the first person you talk to treats you like an asshole, that person may be having a bad day. But if everybody you run into the whole day treat you like an asshole, you're an asshole. You guys are. That's why people are acting their way towards you all because of stuff that you said, and you went out there and you buttered your biscuits. You got your trinkets from Zaddy, and now you look stupid. I mean, poor Post Up went onto the round table the other day and absolutely got lathered and splashed.
I gotta finish listening to that part. I left before he got on there.
Oh, it was bad.
I mean, yeah, I do the work.
I turned it off. I'm like, I'm not going to listen to this massacre.
I mean, honestly, I don't know what Xbox dudes are even. What do they even have to say for themselves? Like,
I don't know, dude.
What are you doing?
Oh, you saw what I put on Twitter after I saw that Halo demo. You saw what I put out. I'm like, hey, you Xbox guys, you all better leave Twitter forever. Forever. Right. And then those memes, I don't know how people do that. I said people should get paid. You guys are doing stuff for free. When they put that face of that brute on that, you saw Spider-Man Far From Home, right?
Mm-hmm.
You saw that. So that part at the beginning when Parker is on that building and he's looking at the picture of Iron Man. And that was the brute's face. Somebody somehow imposed that brute's face.
That's funny. So.
And it said, "Everywhere I go, I see his face." And yeah. And then they try to damage control and say, "Well, look, they're owning it. They're making fun of it. They're having fun with it." They're like, "Nah, fam. They don't spend the reported $500 million on something to get made fun of and be a meme. That's not what they intended." So I would have, if that were me, I would have fired somebody. Like the next day, I would have came in there and fired everybody.
Why? You should have saw that. You should have been hands-on throughout the whole production process. You should have been seeing updates. They should have been right. So you saw before the show started. You knew the layout. You saw the whole show. You previewed it, and you was content with what you were showing. When people made fun of you, that's like Jen said. They came out and tried to defend it. When more people made fun of them and Digi finally came out, they finally said, "Okay, we'll delay it." But they weren't trying to delay that shit at all. They were trying to put it out. You know what I mean? And as an early Bungie Halo fan, the first 3 games, like I think it's a travesty, like what they're doing with Halo. Like Halo should be a standalone, no online fucking whatever games as a service model. It should be a standalone campaign, then multiplayer. You know what I mean? Like this has always been. Why do you need some service-based game with the monthly added missions and shit like that? That's terrible. That's terrible, bro.
10-year games, like, so they're gonna make it like Destiny, because that's what they said for Destiny when it came out. They said it's gonna be a 10-year game.
Why do you need 2 Destinies?
I still think they feel the sting from Bungie leaving. I think Microsoft feels that sting. So. Why would you force a development team out who wanted to do something and then 10 years later try to do the exact same thing? Like, you know what I mean? Well, they could have had Destiny. They said they didn't want it. They wanted them to make Halo. So now they want to make a Destiny. That makes no sense. Like Microsoft has terrible management. I think I literally do believe that they want to get rid of it, but the only way it can be what it is like it is now. It has to be a service-based module, because these guys always say, well, Microsoft has all this money. Like, yes, but Xbox gets a budget at the beginning of the year, like all the other divisions of Xbox. Like Windows gets its own, and Azure gets its own. They all get budgets, and so it's
unlimited budgets.
They think it's unlimited, but it's not. It's just not. Now, if they start making money and Phil Spencer goes to them and says, "I think we can make this much, but we're going to have to put in some more," the shareholders and the board may say, "Okay, that's fine," but they still get a budget. Shit, everybody gets a budget. Your goal as manager is to come in under budget so you get that check. Then you go out and get the 30/90.
You got to get 3 jobs.
Yeah,
I just really hope, like, Fable is one of my favorite franchises. I just hope you don't mess up Fable. Like, just make Fable good. Like, can you just do that for me? Like, Xbox do one thing right, and that's make Fable not trash.
Well, Fable has not been good yet. That's the problem. It's been Fable 1 was trash. Fable 2 was
I love
better.
Fable 1. Whoa. What are you talking about?
The guy who made it said it didn't work the way he wanted it to.
I still liked it.
Okay. Well, see, I thought Fable 2 was better.
Oh man, yeah, but I'm saying Fable 1 was Fable 1 to me is still like it's like the humor, you know what I mean? Like the choices of being good and evil, like the thought process at the time was just like, well, you know, your whole aura changes and people react to you differently. That wasn't being done back in those days, you know what I mean?
That's true. Well,
that was so brand new.
Well, BioWare, they had a similar system with like Jade Empire and stuff like that. I mean, they had a similar system. So, but it wasn't as detailed. You're right. It wasn't as developed as.
But bro, you can have kids with these chicks. You know what I mean? I had mad kids. You know, running around the place.
Yeah, no, you're right. I mean,
that shit was crazy.
Like yeah. You could buy property. You get married. Yeah, you could have multiple wives and stuff like that. No, you're right. You're right about that. So,
like, I want a game where an NPC has like a 30-year life cycle. You know what I mean?
It's called Warcraft.
No, but yeah, the NPCs in Warcraft are mad, like, you know, it's generic. But you know what I'm saying? I want a game to have NPCs that are so realistic, to make the game feel real. You know what I mean?
Oh.
Like, I hate, like, you know, BioWare games are infamous for just having a cluster of NPCs sitting in the corner for like the whole entire game. You walk by that shit like 50 times, they're still having the same conversation. And to me, that needs to stop. Like, next gen, we need to stop that fake NPC shit. Like, don't just put people in corners just to fill space. I don't like that. You know what I mean? It brings you out of immersion. You know what I mean? Like, you're fighting your Reapers. Like, BioWare does change like the area if like something big happens. Like, they'll like put like destruction or whatever, like in Dragon Age. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But like, I need the NPCs to like wake up and do stuff. And I don't want to, like, if they're like, I got a quest and the NPC's not there, I want to go find that NPC. All of a sudden, you go find them, he's dead. Oh shit! Now you have to find something else out. You know what I mean? You can make dynamic quests just by having the NPCs being more lifelike. But when you're just standing in corners, you can't do shit.
Did you play Fallout 3?
I never played Fallout 3.
All right, well, you could take an NPC with you, or you could send them out to go do stuff. Like, here, deliver this to.
That's like Fallout. I played Fallout 4 though, right?
But Fallout 4, I don't think it may have it. Fallout 4, it felt like a giant DLC. Like, they could have charged $39.99 for that and just made it DLC.
I love Fallout. I mean, when it first came out, I played Fallout 4 to death. I beat the game, everything. You know what I mean? Like, the mods, of course, the mods are just amazing.
Yeah, I still am having issues trying to mod stuff. So, do I want to play Bugsnax? I don't know. I'm trying to interview that band. So I think it's Bono Bento. I think that's the name of the band. They're a keyboard rhythmic band. That's why that song sounds like that. She even has a rap version of it. She's got a rap in there. It makes Sick Humor look pretty bad on her rap. She does. Go listen to that whole song. It's like a 3-minute song.
Why are people so obsessed with Bugsnax? It's a multiplayer game.
I don't know. It did its job because again, if you're in marketing and you did that song, you are still talking about Bugsnax, then you're in marketing. You won. Yeah, it doesn't matter about the trash of the game. You won because people still talking about Bugsnax. You know.
I never even heard the song.
Oh, the song is it get in your head. You don't want to hear it. That's all I can say. It's going to get in your head, and that's what it's designed to do. So, yeah, Animal Crossing can break sales. Bugsnax has a lane. Well, the same people that made you've heard of Octopath Traveler. They made Bugsnax. So, of course, you want to be in business with people who did Octopath because Octopath Traveler is one of the better games.
Also on PC.
Yeah, but it's a good game. It's a high rated game.
So, no, I remember when it came on Switch and they was talking hella shit.
Oh,
like Octopath, it's on PC now.
Yeah, somebody said Elizabeth Johnstone said Fallout 4 was trash. I'm like, well, it compared to Fallout 3, it was trash, but it wasn't bad. It just felt like DLC to me.
I think I can't have a fair assessment of Bethesda games because I don't play them without mods. Without mods, I refuse to play their games. You know what I mean?
Like, no, right. And I modded one game on accident. I didn't know how
trash. Like Skyrim, vanilla Skyrim is complete and utter trash. Skyrim with mods, probably the best game of the decade, like hands down. Skyrim with mods still looks better than fucking 80%, 90% of the games on the market. That game is so gorgeous.
Well, I mean, again, I thought Oblivion on 360 was the best looking game I'd ever seen in my life. But I liked Skyrim story more. That was fun. I got a $5 holler. He says, T Easy 83, we made PlayStation Nation. What's up? He says, if you want the AI in any game, it's called, The Last of Us Part 2 AI is really good. And that is true.
The AI is good, but let's keep it a stack though. You know what I mean? As they say, the AI is made to lose to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because if they make the AI just perfect, you would never beat the computer because the AI just shoots you from across the goddamn world. You know what I mean? Pinpoint accuracy. But like the AI, sometimes you can exploit the AI in The Last of Us too much. You know what I mean? Like they don't. If you go in the grass, like they can barely see you. You can literally be in their face, and if you crouch down, they act like you just fucking vanished, like David Blaine or some shit. So, I mean, I get why the AI is how it is, but like, it's not that amazing. Like, let's keep it real. Like, their reactions and animations are very realistic, but the way they look for you and shit, it's so like pre-canned.
It's like in Ghost of Tsushima. It's not bad. Like if you shoot and if say you hit somebody in the side, they will actually go to where that person. To that side of that person to look for you.
So I think Ghost has the Ghost AI's detection's way better than Last of Us though, because those dudes in Ghost, they see you like immediately, like they'll blow that goddamn horn ASAP. You know what I mean? They don't even play with that shit.
I hate that. I gotta take that's like in Assassin's Creed where you gotta try to figure out the guy that's gonna go light the brazier to get reinforcements. Like I gotta take that guy out.
like in The Last of Us 2, I killed like 5 people on top of the same body. I just kept like waiting for them to come right because like in all Naughty Dog games, if you kill one person, the AI changes their pattern and then they take up that spot. So like if somebody's doing one route and you kill that person, another AI will come into that same pattern. You know what I mean? And you can exploit that just by staying stealth and killing them one by one. Like. That's just the way Naughty Dog makes their games. I mean, I'm not trying to diss the game or anything. I'm just telling you what I see.
Now the zombies are that's a lot harder because they especially those things that click. It's like, man, you can stick around, they still hear you, or they have like a surrounding sense about themselves. Those things killed me 1,000 times. I hated those things. So. Somebody says, I got a $2 holler from Eric. He says Cyberpunk's getting delayed.
I'm not even worried about that getting delayed.
So somebody said you have to play The Last of Us on a higher difficulty.
I was gonna say does the AI change or you just get less ammo? Like to me, these games make it hard by saying we're gonna make it hard, but then all they do is they make the enemies have a fucking bullet sponge, and then they take away all your resources. Of course, the game's gonna be harder if you have one bullet to fight 40 enemies. You know what I mean? Like, I don't agree with that type of making games harder. Just make the AI smarter. Don't make me have less shit.
Yeah, I mean, I played it on normal. Now, when I was first relearning how to play it and move the horse around and stuff like that, and get to my weapons, because there's certain way. I had to go through those controls like 10 times to like get it set to where I wanted it to be. They gave you a lot of options on how to do stuff, which is fine. But to me, they gave me too many. So I had it on easy for that. But once I learned, I think once I shot something, I'm like, all right, here's what I need to do this. And then I went back, I put it on normal, and I went back and I started it over again. Love the game. I thought it was the best. It's the best written game I've ever played. So that had to be. It takes balls to write a story like that about the character.
You're saying the AI is smarter on more difficulties. The AI is not smarter. The AI, they just allow the AI to detect you because the computer knows where you're at all times. The AI literally knows where you're at in the goddamn game. They're just allowing the AI to know where you're at better. Like it's not like the AI. It's like cartwheeling over fucking boxes and shit, and like swinging off ropes and shit, and doing completely new tactics. Like it just can see you better. It just knows where you're at, and it can shoot you. It has better fucking aiming. Like I played fucking Uncharted 4 on fucking on crushing. Like the AI does the same shit. They do the same patterns. They just fucking have better aim.
Yeah, they do. They can only take 1 or 2 times and shoot to kill you. Now, and if you want to see, I thought The Last of Us AI was the best. Human AI was when you were in the hospital with Ellie. When that scene that they show, when they showed that gameplay scene, and she's sneaking around, and she goes in there after that girl. She brutally killed her. I had to cheat on that part, so I could not figure out how to get out of there or get her to where I needed to go. I kept losing that girl. All right, where is she going? And there was this little bitty part we had to squeeze through. I mean, there is no way people found this. Like, no way. It was right before you took a bat to that girl's head because she was sitting down and all. It was that scene there. Now, the AI in that scene where she has to get to that hospital, that is some of the best AI I've seen in game. But because they are reacting to where shots are coming from, they're reacting to sound, they're reacting to all that.
Here we go in the chat. Listen, he's like, maybe your PC banger will give you better AI. We're just talking about AI in general. The Last of Us 2 has some of the best AI. I said that, but I also pointed out some of the issues with the just with AI in general. You guys always devolve into this PC or console, or you're talking about console game, so I'm gonna just start talking about PC. For what reason, bro? Like my PC banger game. What does that mean? The AI is not fucking goddamn Einstein. Let's be honest. Like, can we be honest for a minute? No game AI has incredible fucking AI that's like doing chess and shit. You know what I mean? So let's stop that.
It has good. Yeah, like I said, the AI, even when you're fighting, what is it that you all called it, the Rat King? I mean, that AI knew that it was shortcuts. Like it would change where it was coming from because it was creating those shortcuts. So that it was fine. You guys are taking you all are way too sensitive about this. Somebody says, is there any game that we want to play already besides Cyberpunk? That's a next gen title. Yes, Spider-Man, the next Spider-Man, Gran Turismo 7, playing that. The Bridge of Spirit, playing that. Yeah, that's all. I'm playing those games. I'm going to have to wait on a PS5 because they're not going to produce enough PS5s. If just for y'all, I've said this multiple times, that's not an attack on Sony. They actually are in a position where they have the most sought after the device. I mean, there's always a device like this. Where it was Snapchat kids, whatever. It's the most Tickle Me Elmo. It's the most sought after device. It will be difficult to get.
Oh, I was told at Gamescom that Xbox Series X is the most sought after next gen device.
Well, there's going to be plenty of them available. Well, that's possible when they have said we don't care if you buy it. So how is it sought after?
Kena is not a launch game though.
No, that's fine. He didn't say launch.
No, I was you say he can't wait for Kena, but I was just saying like.
Yeah,
I don't think Sony did a bad job of explaining what the hell is launching on their system. So I still don't fucking know. Besides Miles Morales.
Yeah. Nobody knows. Don't feel bad. But the console ain't supposed to come out for 2 months, so it's not like when did we ever know that? I mean, did they tell us on PS4 announced? Did they say months before? Here's what's going to be available. They didn't do that.
I'd tell you one thing. You want to look for smart AI? The AI in Divinity Original Sin 2 is fucking ruthless. You want to talk about ruthless AI? The AI in Divinity Original Sin 2 is so goddamn ruthless, bro. Like, but these guys don't like these CRPG games, like these isometric RPG games. Like Baldur's Gate 3 is coming out end of the month for early access. I'm looking forward to that, bro. That's gonna be amazing. Based on D&D 3 on 5.E. That's gonna be an amazing game. I think you've seen the Baldur's Gate like opening with the Illithid and the ships and everything and the flying dragons. Like,
I've seen it. I want to play that game. Yeah, I'll be gaming a lot more on my PC this fall once it gets completely upgraded. Somebody wants to know what do we think about the 3090. Again, I'm not buying it, so I think it's I mean, based on what they're saying, it's overkill.
I think it's breathtaking.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Listen,
it's gonna be overkill.
Does anybody really need a 3090? No. Am I gonna get one? Definitely. You know what I mean?
But do you have to get another motherboard? Because what motherboard do you have right now?
I have this fucking Maximus. I think the Maximus Heroes 6 or something like that. This motherboard cost me like $300.
Damn.
Yeah, man. This motherboard is 3.0, so it's pretty much useless now. but I'm okay with that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But you can it's still the new cards still work with the 3.0 PCIe motherboard. Like it just won't like you just gonna like I don't know. I don't even know if games will even be able to max out the 3090 over at launch of at fall. So I'm not worried about that either. You know what I mean? So I'll just put this card into my fucking rig now that I have now. I have a 1,000-watt power supply, and I'll just fucking play this shit until the other shit becomes available. Then I'll build it piece by piece until all the shit comes out, or because I still don't know if Intel's gonna show their shit. I don't know if AMD might come out and show some crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? I might get
it at this point.
Yeah, I might get an AMD motherboard with a AMD CPU. Who knows? So I never set anything into stone, and I never say I'm only gonna buy Intel or I'm only gonna buy this. I just let the manufacturers do what they do best. You know what I mean?
Well, I can tell you this right now: the Intel boards are more plentiful. The AMD boards are just harder to find. At least in my area, let me make this clear. In my area, I'm having all kind of problems. Like Best Buy's not had motherboards in since the start of this pandemic. Like they're just like they have the Intel, the Z490s or something like that. They've got plenty of those. They got no AMD motherboards at all.
Listen, boycott Activision. Who cares what Kind of Funny Games just said? They literally showed you the 8K60. Like I don't like. Did anybody watch the Nvidia conference besides me?
I think they got blown away by the price. So somebody called Vegetable says, "Who cares about Sony and Microsoft? Nintendo just announced Mario Battle Royale, enhanced ports of 64, Sunshine, Galaxy, and 3D World." Okay, well, shout out to that's great. That is great. No Donkey Kong. Don't say nothing about Nintendo to me until you can say Donkey Kong. That's it. That's all you need to say to me, and then I'll go buy a Switch. I will order a Switch today if you say they got Donkey Kong. So what is Kind of Funny Games anyway? Is that show where that girl from Narya's on there?
No, it's the one with Greg Miller.
Oh, okay. So she said it's awful. Elizabeth Johnstone said Kind of Funny Games is awful.
Greg Miller sold out his boy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, that one girl from Narya, I think that show she's on is awful, but it is what it is. So
man, I remember when I was a kid, and I wanted the Super Nintendo was just coming out, and I begged my mom like all year for this thing, and it was on Christmas, and my birthday came, I didn't get it. Christmas came. And she, you know how the opening presents, whatever, and they're like, all the gifts are open, and I'm just like heartbroken, bro. Then all of a sudden, my uncle comes out of the freaking kitchen with the Super Nintendo with the Super Scope 6. Bro, that shit changed my life, Craig. Like at that moment, I became a true gamer, bro. Ever since, bro, I didn't put that thing down for like the whole entire day, bro. I mean, after that, I was playing games like. As long as I was awake, I was trying to play Super Nintendo, bro. Like, those days were the best. When Super Mario World first came out, that shit was like, look at that, like 4K 190. You know what I mean? Like that shit was so amazing back in the day. You know what I mean? I remember black and white TVs, bro. Like these kids, like they have so much luxury as far as like 8K. They got cell phones that do like 4K and shit. It's wild, bro. Like back in the day, we didn't have none of that shit.
Well, yeah. No, you're right. You're right. They're definitely growing up in good times for themselves. So somebody said Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze is the GOAT. Yeah, they got to come up with another one. So
Yeah, I need them to make a switch. I would get a switch if they make a 1080p to 1440p
they're supposed.
handheld.
They're supposed.
I heard they're changing the making the screen resolution better, but that's about it. Like they're gonna
Yeah.
get like a 1080p screen, but they're not gonna like add any new hardware. Or I think they're getting a new chip upgrade only because they have to, because the other ones are just not being made anymore. But they're not gonna like do anything like extravagant, you know?
No, you're right. You're right. Han P says, "Give me Tenchu on PS5." Well, they did. It's called Sekiro. Sekiro was started out in development as Tenchu, but they changed it and it won Game of the Year. I think it won Game of the Year. I could be wrong. So.
Yeah, and man, and Nintendo don't call the new Switch the Nintendo Switch Super. They are just losing out on marketing. Like that's the perfect name. Like the Super Nintendo Switch Super. It just brings back that nostalgia. You know what I mean? Calling it a Pro is like it's like a cheap Sony ripoff.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah. My PS. Somebody says Sekiro don't. Somebody wants Tenchu. Well, again, that's why we have Sekiros, because they were making Tenchu. So the 3090's got 30. Like I said, this is YT. Well, I mean, again, I just look. The thing is that the 36 T flops are NVIDIA T flops versus RDNA 2, which is AMD's T flops, and that's I would not. We've seen what 12 T flops looks like on that Halo game. That
You can't knock them for the Halo demo. I mean, for the whole entire system. You know what I mean?
Well, again, they have 12 T flops,
and like you said, you can't compare the T flops. I wonder if the medium is going to be 60 4K 60 on the 3090, because it can only run 30 on the Xbox Series X.
Well, some Xbox guy told me it was really 60 because it's rendering in two worlds.
Well, I guess the PC version is gonna be 120 because it's gonna be running 60 in both worlds.
Their logic, yeah. He was like, "Well, no, it's rendering in two worlds at the same time at 30, so it's really running at 60." I just said, "Oh my god," you know. Oh my god. Dealing with out here. Well, I mean, Hanti, there's a little bit of Tenchu and in this other game that's out now, Ghost of Tsushima. That's got the stealth and all that stuff. And when I rescued my uncle from that castle, he said I had dishonorable techniques because I was doing more Ronin stuff. So, because sometimes I don't feel like, even though I love it when he says, "Fight me, you coward," or "Send your best." I mean, when they got like 8 people over there, it's like, nah, I'm trying to sneak up and use arrows and stuff like that on.
Fact. Yo, I want to see a new freaking Warcraft. I want to see a Warcraft 3 or a StarCraft 3. Like, that's what I mean. Is it no Warcraft 3? No, Warcraft 4 and a StarCraft 3.
Oh yeah, well, StarCraft 3 would be different.
Blizzard is on their goddamn Blizzard, man. They better come out. Diablo 4 better be fire, bro. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you're right about that. And it's about the PS5 CPU cores, not the GPU. Did I put GPU? Did I put CPU in there? I thought I put. Okay, that's fine. Let me look here. Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, that's a mistake. Yeah, but I just thought everybody knew that already. That's why they didn't really talk about it. So, but if you don't know that the CPU, the Zen CPU that's in the PlayStation is 6 times more powerful than the than the Jaguar. But I thought everybody knew that already. So, but yeah, I'll go back and edit that. Thank you, appreciate it,
man, bro. Like, listen, we already seen games run on the PS5. If you don't like what you see, then I don't know what to really tell you.
Yeah, no, you're right. That's what I was saying earlier. Hey, what I've seen on the PS5 is fine. I mean, like, no problem. I mean, it works. It's no longer theory. Okay, so it's no longer theory. You've got multiple developers coming out saying that what the console is going to be able to do.
I mean, you can see the games. We've seen Call of Duty, we've seen Ratchet and Clank. You know what I'm saying? We've seen games running. So it's like to me, like with Cyberpunk, right? Like people are like, oh, I gotta see more. You already seen over 3 hours of gameplay. If you can't decide by now, please do not buy the game. I don't know what to tell you. You sound retarded. Like, you know what I mean? If I see something, I can decide then and there if I want it or not. You know what I mean? I don't understand people who see something but they can't decide it. They need to go look at a review score to decide if they want the game or not, or want the product or not. I can just look at it and go, yes, I want that.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Yeah, I mean, it says here what they're going to be able to do. Says the SSD speed will allow us to quickly load and display more detailed assets. That's the streaming, display, and detail. You know, that's why he says quickly load and display more detailed assets. This should leave the city, talking about the Miles Morales, this should leave the city looking better than ever. And it looked great in the last game. I mean, it's not like it looked terrible.
Yeah, I can't imagine how it look now.
So this is Dark Souls, and it says here that Demon Souls, same damn game. It says here the SSD for them is changing the way they think about it. It says we see it not just as storage, but also memory, utilizing the speed of the SSD. It says here you'll die so much, I guess you can avenge your many deaths. So I mean, so that means you don't have to sit there and get mad. You be like, all right, I died, I'm getting right back in, you know. So, and another thing they can't really talk about is the sound. You know, is the sound. So, and which is until we actually hear it and play and sense it and have fun with it, that's hard to market. That's why people like when they're not showing anything, because one of their main leaps is not just graphics, it is sound. They cannot show you sound, you have to hear it. So Hitman 3, says here. So the locations will be bigger, huge sandbox locations, i.e. you will have bigger boards to play on, more ways of playing your assassinations. I mean, it's and the mere fact that Hitman, he's talking about it, means I think that when Sony went around with that bag of yay to all the people, but I think they got the Hitman game, because this is the second or third time they have actually spoke out, and Hitman was a Microsoft Center game. So this is what it is. So game changer, says that's all he says here. SSD is a game changer, period. You know, innovation in streaming and open world game design. Again, streaming. They're talking about the assets coming in and out. So the PlayStation 5 is fine. I mean, it's just you got to get to a point where you all believe it. Okay?
Yeah, I mean, like a lot of these games look phenomenal. Like, see, my thing is like, when I look at something like games on like a Switch or whatever, I still take into account of what the actual hardware is. You know what I mean? I don't just be like the game is shit, is trash. You know what I mean? I look at it and go, okay, they're really pushing this hardware, and like The Last of Us 2, you can tell The Last of Us 2 is gonna look phenomenal on the PS5, but you can also tell that the PS4 Pro just cannot really give it its full love. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
fantastic now.
And me knowing that, because there are certain things like when I was like, you turn your flashlight on, and I was looking a certain way, and like certain items disappeared and shit. You know what I mean? Oh. So it's like I can just tell that the hardware is reaching its limits. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I take that into account, but I still think the game was a masterpiece. I got the platinum in the game, but like I just know that the game could look better. So I'm not gonna like sit here and act like it's the best looking thing possible, because it's actually not. You know what I mean?
No, yeah. I mean, again, it's that as far as graphically, Ghost of Tsushima and that game are about on the same par. But as far as the design, the world, the overall sense of dread, you didn't know it was around the corner, all that kind of stuff, that is phenomenal. The story, the way the story unfolded, just about ending the cycle of violence, that phenomenal.
Yeah, but wait until we see the PS5 upgraded version. You know what I mean? People are gonna be like, "Wow!" Then you're really gonna see the true potential, and then you gotta realize how shitty the PS4 Pro actually was. You know what I mean? And there's nothing wrong with that. Like I remember a couple weeks ago, right? I was like, the 2080 Ti is trash. Somebody's like, "Is it trash?" I'm like, "It's trash, bro." You know what I mean? Like they thought I was joking around. I'm not joking around. This is how technology moves. You know what I mean? Every year they come out with a new car, a new TV, a new this, a new that. If you want to stay and play your fucking shit on goddamn fucking vinyl, do that. But guess what, bro? I got an MP3 player. You know what I mean? Like you can sit here and say what you want, but when it comes to technology, if you want to pay to be the best, you got to upgrade always, constantly. This is the PC life. Either you built for that life or you're not. But don't come at me because you can't afford it. I don't give a damn.
Hey, what did Kyle Lang say on Mass Effect 3? Either you evolve or you die.
Facts, bro. Like, do I need to get a 3090? No. But if I gotta, like I said, I got a 2080 Ti. My rig is pretty much solid. I can play all these games, these cross-gen games for the next year, probably 2 years. Fine, you know what I mean? But I'm gonna get it because I want to see the next thing. I can die tomorrow, you know what I mean? Why am I gonna live playing at fucking 1080p?
Yeah, well, just think about it like this. Sony has said that Mark Cerny was like, we want to make a true generational leap. So in theory, if the game should look and run a lot better on PS5 from the PS4, because you're looking at a generational leap, but also you're going to get the benefit of getting games that will not be able to run on PS4. I mean, I was looking at what this guy is saying about Horizon Zero Dawn. He's talking about you'll be able to locate the machines with greater ease because of sound.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you all have to really understand about sound, the way we find things. Everybody thinks the way we see is amazing, and it is. But when you actually do anatomy and you find out the way your brain takes sound and gives you a 3-dimensional image, even up to 4 dimensions, if Sony is able to bring that to us in a game, that's going to blow you away.
Yeah.
At that point, Bugsnax will be fun because of the way it's going to operate. You'll be more immersed into it. So, like I said, here I am. It's 10. It's almost 11. And I'm talking about Bugsnax. So
people sleeping on Bugsnax, bro. It's going to sell a lot of copies. I guarantee you.
It probably will. I mean, people are going to buy it out of spite. I think
you give me the new Fall Guys.
So I just think that people are going to buy it out of spite because people are mad. So somebody said, Horizon 2 is going to look amazing. Yeah, I know. We've already seen it. It looked amazing. We're like, wow.
Yeah, it's going to look amazing.
Yeah, those games look. Why do you think all of a sudden that the Xbox community went into full panic mode? It's because they saw the games running. Okay, there was like I said, that Epic demo. The Epic Unreal demo changed everything. It changed everything because they actually saw something running on PS5. And as soon as that was over, they started chasing poor Tim Sweeney around like he was a runaway slave. They were hunting him down. Like, where is he at? Oh, this is going to run on the Xbox. We need to get him to say it runs on the Xbox. And he never said it would because it can't. Okay? Because he would have said, yeah, it would have ran on the Xbox too. But he never did.
But Tim also said that. He said currently on PC. And guess what happened? You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. Like, I tell people before, if you don't think AMD is not working with Sony closely and they're gonna have the same type of IO type shit going on, like just like Nvidia, you're crazy. Yeah. You know what I mean? This is the future of gaming. The industry itself is moving towards this IO, faster SSD, instant boot shit. Like, this is just how the whole technology moves forward as a whole. PC always is going to show you what you can do. You know what I mean? The consoles are going to take that. They're going to customize it for their own thing and use it accordingly. You know what I mean? That's just how it works.
Well, yeah,
it's like when Bugatti puts all these crazy features into the car, you think that a Honda Accord's going to get the same features? Hell no. You know what I mean? But one day they might get it. You know what I mean? In 20 years they might get it. It may become standard. But for now, it's just going to be rich people who got it. So if you want to get all that crazy shit, get a 3090. If you want to get some similar crazy shit, get a 3080. If you want to budget still as a baller, get a 3070. But guess what, though? They're going to come out with a 3070 Ti. You're going to be mad. So you as a PC guy, you have to think what you're doing, right? You know they're going to put out a Ti version of these cards. Can you wait that long? That's the question. Like, when the 2080 Ti came out, I couldn't get one because they weren't available. So I ended up just buying a 2080 because I couldn't wait. So I bought the 2080. I had it for like 6 months, maybe not even. Then I gave it to my boy and bought me a 2080 Ti. You know what I mean? It cost me like $800. I didn't give up the money. I gave it away for free. You know what I mean? I don't care. The money to me is irrelevant. I work to buy shit. I don't work just to fucking put it in the bank. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yo, sick, bro. 30-90 day. Well, sick, man. Woo. Man, sick gonna be on that joint, bro. Like 30-90 day one, bro. Facts.
I disagree, but yeah. Oh, sick, man. I said earlier in my podcast, fantastic job yesterday on your interview. Is it Team Kill? The developers of Quantum Era. Great job, bro. And if you all didn't listen to that, go over to 6.
Yeah, exactly, bro.
Yeah, it was great. It was a great way to go. Just great questions. They seem like a lot of fun guys. 4-man team though. That's something they'll consider. I mean, and
they're all brothers too. Which is crazy.
Yeah.
For them to get along and actually get work done is kind of crazy.
Yeah, the fact they can get along and is that on Unreal? Were they running that on Unreal 4? Maybe we need to see if they can bump that up to Unreal 5. I mean, good grief. But,
I can imagine when Unreal 5 comes out and all these people have access to these to the Nanite and the Lumen engine and all that shit. It's gonna be amazing.
Yeah. And somebody said that to me. Yeah, it's anti-consumer. Miles Morales is not coming to the PS4. It's a next-gen game. I don't want it to come to PS4.
Yeah. Okay?
I mean, PS4's got a great Spider-Man game with 2 expansion packs. So I mean, even one talks about Black Cat and Spider-Man maybe a baby daddy. I mean, they're not getting that on PS5. So we have to wait and see. That blew me away right there. I'm like, wait a minute. Did she say she got a kid? Now he's webbing around the city talking about I could be a baby daddy. That was one of the funniest things ever. Like, that was funny as hell when he said that. So that was better than when Dina found that porn that her and Ellie watched called Smash Brandy's Cooch. So, I mean, that was funnier than that. I mean, that was up there, though. So, a slick way of calling it just an expansion. Yes, the DLC for Spider-Man. Was it 2 or 3 of them? Did they have 2 DLCs or 3?
They had the City That Never Sleeps. They had 3. They had the Silver Lining, and they had the Heist.
Yeah. So they had 3 DLCs on the PS4.
Yo, bro, if they come out with a Spider-Gwen fucking Miles Morales DLC, bro, I would lose my fucking mind.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be that detailed though, because they're still working on Spider-Man 2, so.
So 6 said they told him some stuff about the dev kits and test kits that he wasn't aware of all stream. Cool. Well, if you want to jump on and tell us what they told you, are you under NDA now? So, I mean, because they could have said, well, we can tell you this, but we don't mention it, which is fine. So, and a matter of fact, don't, because that may be a test. They may be saying, well, let's see if this brother can keep his mouth shut. We're gonna feed him some of this. So, like those guys did with D-Bats talking about 1080p. On 1080p on Assassin's Creed. Like, man, they said that shit to you. This is so you can keep your mouth shut. Okay, it was advice.
Wait, they're increasing. I seen just posted they're increasing Xbox Live and Game Pass, the price.
I don't know. Are they? That was the prediction. Didn't King Thrash predict that though? Didn't King Thrash say that? Thrash was like, yeah, they're gonna go ahead and they were
raise the prices. Yeah. I mean, it only makes sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can't sustain that shit at that price. It's gonna at least they should at least try to charge, not least, but they're probably gonna try to charge you 3 to 4 games. You know what I mean? Maybe 3 games max. So they'll charge you like 160, something like that. You know what I mean? They'll try to charge you at least for 3 games, because most people only play 3 or 4 games max. You know what I mean? For the whole year. So like they'll play Madden all fall. They'll play like NHL or baseball, or they'll have one of those type of games, or they'll play Fortnite all the time, or World of Warcraft. They're not really buying like we do, every game that comes out. So if they charge you about 160 for the year, I mean, they're pretty much making out actually, because these dudes don't buy games anyways.
I mean, I guess I gotta play in the Outer Worlds, but they're gonna add a DLC to that, so I may just wait on that.
I think it's pretty good.
What's this? I put it in the sick cord. Everybody's getting the 3090 now. I feel bad.
No, not everybody's getting. A lot of people are capping. A lot of people are capping. Like, there's not a lot of people getting a 3090. Trust me. But then again, with the 3070 being so powerful, unlike the 20 series, you don't have to.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. Oh, if they can.
Like I said, I would wait. If you're really conscious about this, I will wait until the 3070 Super or the 3070 Ti. To be honest, like I wouldn't even get a 3070.
3070 Ti. I mean, what will it do differently? Like, what could you do?
There's already rumors about it out. They're probably gonna because I think the 3070 only has like 8 gigabytes of GDR6. They'll probably maybe boost it up to 10 gigabytes of GDR6X, which would make the memory a lot more faster. You know what I mean? And that'll give it a modest little boost. You know what I mean? Like they have little tricks like that. You know what I mean? So they might up the CUDA cores. They can do things here and there to make it still cost efficient, but give it a boost that's worth buying, I should say.
Well, I think just said they did a survey, 16% said they were going to 3090. Well, the entry card is the 3070. They are fully expecting more people to buy the 3070.
The 3080 is the flagship. Like the 80 series is always their flagship. The 90 is not for like the 90 is for niggas like me who have no money, who have no really things to spend money on. You know what I mean? Like I don't have any kids. You know what I mean? So I can buy a card for whatever, how much money for, it doesn't matter to me.
Yeah. I was sick. I put an invite in the 6 corner if you wanted to jump on. I didn't know what your time was like though. So
also like there's rumors that they're building a Titan that's had 64 gigabytes of GDR6X.
Are you serious? Why?
Yeah. Because
why, but just damn, who would buy something like that? Well, there's always somebody
like movie studios, people like that. You know what I mean? Because there's still people who do like other things besides like DataCAD and AutoCAD. For like machine parts and like medical imaging, shit like that. So people would still buy these crazy ass cards for other things besides gaming. So, but that's because the Titan was never really meant to be for gaming. That's why NVIDIA went out their way to make the 90 series so they can have an actual gaming focused heavy hitter.
Right. That makes sense. Yeah. Now Sick can't jump on. He said he's at Walmart. So
and also
World. What is MSI? Oh, MSI. All right. So let me ask you. You have an MSI key or motherboard. I guess when you turn on your computer, it says MSI. Because I have an Asus keyboard. It says Asus when I turn on.
It says Republic of Gaming. I have the ROGs.
Republic of Gaming.
That's like their brand of their.
Oh, okay. What's that? Some kind of muscle or something? So the problem is almost no company takes full advantage of the PC power. Well, it depends on. That's not true. It depends on what they're targeting. Okay,
people say that, but look at Naughty Dog, right? I mean, like Naughty Dog. Look at Rockstar, right? For Grand Theft Auto 5 and Rockstar, they took a year to make the game right for PC, and the shit looks amazing. So imagine GTA 6 running on a 3090 i9 1100K, bro. Like it's gonna be 64 gigabytes of RAM. You know what I mean? On my PCIe 4.0 NVMe M.2 doing 7 gigabytes a second, it's gonna be glorious, bro. Like, trust me. Look at Flight Sim. There's games that can max out cards. Like, believe me, there's games out there that can do it.
Yeah, even
don't worry about that, bro.
Yeah. And again, that's why they recommended you to have a 2080 for the Flight Sim game. That's like the recommended, not the basic stuff that barely gets you into the airplane. I mean, they recommended a 2080 and what an i7.
Yeah. I would never play Fortnite out of GP. So I'm like,
you have to play Fortnite with ray tracing.
I would never play Fortnite. Just from I never even played Minecraft ever. Like,
yeah, I haven't either. I mean, a friend of mine.
I have nothing against Minecraft either. But with that new RTX Minecraft, that shit looks amazing. Like when it comes out of beta, I might buy it. Just to see how it is.
Take advantage of Xbox. Yeah, that's true. But they didn't expect them to. I mean, Phil Spencer never said anything about the Xbox X being taken advantage of by their developers. It was always about the multiplats. It's just like right now. They're all about multiplats. They talking more about Cyberpunk than friggin' CD Projekt Red is.
I wish they would stop. I hate when people use games. Like they tried to use Shadow of the Tomb Raider, they tried to use Odyssey, they tried to use Metro, and now they're trying to use Cyberpunk. Stop doing that. Like you're making these games look bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and a part of the problem they have is that they don't have any games for the system natively, so it's like, well, we're going to go out and use all this other stuff. It was Red Dead Redemption 2 a couple years ago. They swore up and down that was their game, and that was their game. Like I couldn't play that on PC or I couldn't play that on the PlayStation.
Right? Yeah, I don't. I never. That's why I always said from day one, like any game on PC is only on PC until it's not. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because the devs can say, you know what, I want to make World of Warcraft a PS5, Xbox Series X game too, and have crossplay. What am I gonna do? Go yell at fucking Blizzard? You know what I mean? Like I don't understand when people are like, name a first party PC game. There are no first party companies, first of all, so they can never be a first party game. It's an open platform. And I understand that. I'm not going into this thinking like I'm gonna get the best games ever. You know, I understand that some of these first party games on PS5 will look better than games on a 3090 just because of just because of the engineers. And that's how it is. But guess what? I'm also going to have a PS5.
Yeah. I mean, what sucks for me is that, well, the good thing is I'll be able to go to Best Buy and I'll be able to get one of these new NVIDIA cards. I ain't gonna be able to do that with the PS5. That's just reality. I mean, that's not me dogging it out. It's just they have a product that unless they make 15 million for the United States alone, just for the United States, they're gonna get backlogged. That's just the reality.
You know what? I don't know if with the COVID shit, I don't know if people are gonna be focused on buying a console besides us. You know what I mean? Besides the really true hardcore. So I think there's about 5 million people in America right now who are planning to get a console regardless. And I think some people might get one, but a $500 to a $399, $499 console at a time like this, I don't know. You know what I mean? They might. Yeah. I mean, they're definitely gonna be sold out. But I'm saying that the people who want one, I think they'll get one. I think there's less people who are just gonna stumble into a store and buy one for no reason. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, because a friend of mine was like, "Well, I'm going to the store, and if they got it, I'll buy it. But if they don't, I worry."
Also, when those PS4 Pros, if those PS4 Pros go on sale for like $199 or some shit like that, you know what I mean? That'd be bonkers, bro. Imagine Doorbuster PS4 Slim $100. You know what I mean? That would be crazy, right?
It would be. It would be. I mean, I know they're going to have a trade-in sale. That's another thing people got to remember. They got to figure out how much they want to give you for your Pro or give you for your Slim.
That is fact. If Trump gets reelected, we may have a riot. So I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I think either way it's going to be riots. So
the console got to get released before then. I'm gonna have my card before then, though, so it's all good. before everything going to lockdown, Craig. You know what I mean? I'm gonna have my 3090.
Yeah, I want to get everything this month because the election is in November. So I got to make sure I have everything ready and be. I mean, they're going to be hitting those stores. I know that. There's a Target right down the street from me, so I know it's going to get hit.
How much did the PS4 sell the first year? For
a lot.
Let me see.
Well, it came out in November.
Just the launch. The launch.
Year wasn't it like 11? It was an insane number. So maybe it was 13 million. That's what I'm saying. They gotta at least put 15 million out. So 10 million PS5 already made for USA. Says who?
Oh, I see. Let me see. In December, I see Extreme Tech reports in December 2013, they reached the 2.1 million mark at launch. So I don't know. 10 million seems like a lot. I say I don't know if there's that many hardcore people who are gonna get it immediately at launch with this type of shit going on. You know what I mean?
Oh, you're right.
I think anything over 5 million, we all of us should be good on Twitter.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think they're gonna have bottled. Well, they had bottleneck issues with the PS4. At least where I was, I could not physically find one.
Oh yeah, if you live like in Ohio, right?
Huh? No.
Oh, they were limited at launch. I didn't know that. See, I didn't. It's crazy because when the consoles launch, I didn't even really think about that shit because I didn't get one to 2017. I just like saw like the shit like in the background.
Oh yeah,
Like,
well, yeah. Now let me make this clear. In summer of 2014, it was they were flushed. I mean, you could go anywhere. Walmart, I think Sears was still around at the time. Walmart, Sears, Meijer, Costco, they all had them in. But that first 100, 120 days, you couldn't find them.
Yeah, I mean, Sony better send me that email, nigga. I'll tell you that much. You better stop playing with
me. Well, like anything. So what's up, C Slim Productions? How you doing, brother? Yeah, they haven't sent me anything, and I keep checking. I'm like, how come they won't send me nothing? They keep sending all these other jabroni stuff. So, all they send me is a bill. So
the only thing I don't like is why didn't Nvidia release the freaking pre-orders? Like, what the hell?
Wait a minute, I got a product update from B&H. Hey, the Logitech X52 Hodis throttle is available now. Hey,
oh, the video flight stick.
Yeah, like the flight sim stick. So,
damn, Xbox Live Gold got a 33% price increase.
What?
Let me see this shit. I'm gonna put the article. J-Dub just tweeted it out. Of course, okay. I'm gonna put it in the chat. So, take it a great. The pony governor himself.
Yeah, I do not see it. Hold on. Tron put out a tweet said, "I'm always losing." I hope her cat's okay.
But what's the price though? Like,
jeez, I don't know.
There's an article, but the article doesn't show the actual price. Like,
well, if it's 33%, how much does it cost now?
I have no clue.
That's I
have never had.
I don't have it. Well, see, I get gold for free with the PC. I think at least that's what they tell me. I don't know. So, the MG, I see that. I see Red Gaming Tech, Musclebound Gamer. Oh yeah, here it is. Let's see if I can put this up here. Let me see if my computer skills will allow me on the world's most powerful PC here. And there's that. Oh, here we go.
I need that 3090 in that PS5 day one. No games.
So the Xbox Live Gold 12-month subscription return. Oh. Well, if that's accurate, God bless. So wow. So there you all go, folks. That is breaking news right there. So wow. Hey, you get a new TV at Best Buy for $800. So an OLED. So wow. We starving for info. For what, the PS5? I mean, what else is there to know? I mean, if you're talking about if you're literally talking about
listen, Craig,
that's coming.
They can announce the goddamn PS5 release pre-orders on November 9th, and that should come out on November 10th, nigga. I'm ready. I need give me a 30-second buffer. You know what I mean? I'm ready. I'm ready at all moments in time, ready to click that button. Like if people right now, if you're worried about the pre-orders and all that shit, you better have your money ready. That's all I gotta say. Like, you cried about the pre-orders, they're gonna show that shit. They're gonna be like, I don't have my money ready. You know what I mean? Make sure your money ready first before you over here worried about a fucking pre-order release date. Whenever that shit gets announced, you're gonna buy one. Relax. Everybody needs to chill out.
Yeah. I mean, again, I'm going to get one. I'm not worried about that, but this card is going to it may trump that.
I want one. I really want one this fall, but if I don't get one, I'm gonna be good with my 3090. But I don't get either, I'm gonna be pissed off.
Yeah, if I don't get neither, I will be like, well, it won't be the end of the world.
Yeah, I still play my 2080 Ti. Nothing shabby. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 2070. Like, well, if the 2070 is only $699 right now, and it comes down to it may come down to $399. I don't know. So,
bro, if the PS5 is $600, what will you guys do?
yeah, I mean, I'll be getting the card first.
Let me know in the chat, man. If the PS5 is $600, just for shits and giggles, hit 1 if you're still gonna buy it. 2 if you're not gonna buy it and wait for it to drop, which is probably be over a year. So I don't know about that, but
I put it.
Craig, you don't get what?
No, not for 600. I mean, if I can physically secure one, and they're like, well, we'll give you $120 for your Pro, then I'll get it because I'm still paying $480. Because I'm going to get because if I don't get one, I'll get the card. I'm going to get the monitor, and I'm going to get the headset for the PS5, which is fine. You know, that's fine. So
see, the digital and the physical throws me off though, right? Mm-hmm. Like I don't think the digital can be $500. You know what I mean? I think the digital has to be $399, which makes me believe that it's going to be $499 at max. You know what I mean for the this version. So I mean, $500 is $100 more than the last one. So no, how much is the Pro? Was the Pro $499 or $399?
It was $399 at launch.
Okay, yeah. So $500 to me is a fair, right? Like I don't understand why people are like making a big deal about $600. To be honest.
I mean, I told people about a year ago to start saving. I said, be prepared to pay $600.
You did.
Ain't no way. Yeah, OBJ and Don. Ain't no way. Ain't no way it's gonna cost that much. I'm like, all right, well, let's wait and see. And so but I don't think it will be. But we're just doing that for shits and giggles.
Yeah, right? I mean, because my thing is like, how ready are you guys for this console? Like, if they come out at 600, I don't want to hear nothing. I just want to hear pre-orders are in. I want to see pictures of people with their pre-orders already done. That's all I want to see. I don't want to hear nobody crying about the price. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you want all that power, Craig? Do you want that super fast SSD? It costs money though.
No, you're right.
Especially storage. Storage costs so much goddamn money.
That's another good point.
For no reason, bro. I remember when hard drives went to like $100 for a terabyte. That's like a glorious day.
Yeah, I messed up. I set my computer up to do the OneDrive, and I already ran out of space. So
600. I mean, for some people, 600 might be a lot. I mean, I understand that. I'm not trying to clown anybody. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but like, my thing is though, is like, you should have been saving up all this. Like Craig said, you should have been saving this whole time. Like, you could have you could have put away like $20 a week or $10 a week for the last 52 weeks. That's a whole year. That's a year. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean that's what I did. I put back like $10-20 in a different account, and it was like, okay, when I got the 300, I just pulled 300 more in. I was like, all right, here we go. I'm ready. But like I said, that's why I'm going to end up getting this graphics card. But every time I try to sign up for like notifications at the NVIDIA site, it says my my email address is no good. I'm like, what? So I think there's something wrong with their site. So
I don't know if I'm getting a Founders Edition, so I'm not really worried about that. I like the freaking the Aurora's one. Like, that shit looks so sick. Yeah. Like the Asus one looks good too. The MSI one looks. The MSI. I had an MSI 2080. I didn't like the cooling on that one. I had the MSI Max Trio, I think. Yeah. And I ended up getting the Asus ROG Strix for the 2080 Ti. I think I like Asus better than MSI, in my opinion, personally.
Yeah, I have Asus. Yeah, my Asus board. I love it. So I got another $5 holla from T-Easy83. We all made PlayStation Hasten. The real PlayStation fuck nigga don't care about price. I drive trucks for a living. All 3 of my cards are ready. All right, there you go.
Yeah, see, ready. I like this dude right here, bro. I'm saying that's what I'm talking about, bro.
Yeah, you ready to roll? But what if you can't get one?
I'm gonna be upset.
What you gonna do? I mean, that's what
like, yeah. DK announced this shit in the middle of the night, Craig. I'm gonna roll out of bed and hit that pre-order button, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I'm ready, bro. Like, you feel me?
Yeah, I gotta work so I'm taking my Amazon password to work and I'm logging in. So like I got my computer right there at the desk. I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna, I got the Amazon thing. I don't have it up on the screen, but I got it in that little spot there, the minimize spot. I just click it real quick, go boom, boom, I'm done.
The craziest thing is we haven't even seen Sony show besides Horizon Zero Dawn to me. I mean, Spider-Man is great, but to me, it's not gonna be like Spider-Man 2. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
But Horizon, like we haven't seen like Santa Monica. You know what I mean? Like, Sucker Punch has to go like probably another 2 or 3 years before they can make a new game. Like we haven't really seen Sony's crazy heavy hitter studios take advantage of this PS5. I think it's gonna be amazing.
No, I'm glad we've seen Insomniac, which is their busiest studio, it seems like. And then we've seen Guerrilla. Yeah, I mean the other ones, I think they're gonna upgrade their games. Or what do you put them in?
Yeah, Ratchet and Clank and Horizon are probably the first two that really, and GT7 are gonna be the ones that, and also Astro Room is gonna show you how the controller works, which comes with the system, which is kind of awesome. Like kind of like a throwback when systems came with like the demo discs and shit. You know what I mean? Or
well, Nintendo came with Mario and Duck Hunt.
Yeah, right, bro. Yeah. That's the combo right there, bro.
Yeah, that's what. Because that was the cool thing about Nintendo was like my mom and dad got us one. I remember it. She was like, "Well, we don't have to get you any games for a while because I got 2 with them." So like, yeah, we know. It was just because you knew eventually everybody was going to get one. And you were going to be trading games,
bro. Back then, games used to last forever. That's why they're so expensive. They just last forever, bro.
Yeah, they were exclusive, and it was 4 of us with my brother. And my friend Danny and my friend Rodney, they were all right there on the same street. So yeah, we would just meet and be like, okay, well, I got this one, and you can let me borrow Contra. And Contra was like the hot game, though. That you had to go buy. Your mom and dad had to go buy Contra. But Tecmo Bowl, all that stuff. That was those spent hours playing Tecmo Bowl. My God, I mean, good grief. Then of course Madden came around. Somebody put F Samsung. They made that. Didn't NVIDIA, those cards are based on the Samsung? It's like
they're Samsung 8 nanometer.
Yeah, so they didn't even do the 7. So AMD got in front of them a little bit there.
They didn't do the 7 because they tried to play TSMC and AMD, and then AMD ended up getting the all the 7 nanometer chips. So NVIDIA had to go with Samsung. It's kind of a debacle on NVIDIA kind of messed that up. But I hope if NVIDIA buys ARM, bro. And you have a NVIDIA GPU CPU combo, Craig.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that?
No, I mean at that point, that's the advantage right now AMD has.
Yes.
That they can just say, well, if you marry this to an AMD GPU, if you marry them, it automatically overclocks. You don't have to go in and do nothing. It just does it. It's going to give you the best performance, even if it has to overclock.
That's why you can use the AMD Smart Shift because you have the GPU. CPU combo,
which is part of RDNA 1, right? Smart Shift.
Craig. Honestly, I don't give a fuck about these architecture names. Like, I don't understand why people put so much weight in the name of an architecture. Like Ampere, it sounds good. I don't know what it actually does. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna go that much into it because I'm not really that much of a tech guy. Yeah. As far as like
D-bad
zeros and ones and shit, you know what I mean? Like I understand what the basic like gist of what it does and what it's doing, but I'm not gonna sit here and be like, yeah, if you change the voltage up, we're not doing all that. You know what I mean? Like, I have real life shit to do. You know what I mean?
Well, people are mad. What's called they talking about your good friend Matt's game, and they said he sounded depressed over NVIDIA's thing.
Shout outs to T Easy with the another $5 super chat, Craig, making it rain.
Yeah, T Easy.
That's 3070 about to come in quick.
Yeah, I may be able to get that in a couple weeks. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Says if you can't get one online, trade my finance and the kids.
Bruh, that's mad funny.
Oh my god!
Yo, at least hear about that. Hear about that action though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you don't care. You get home from work playing. Honey, where the kids at? Don't bother me. I'm on level 5.
Right. And that Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah. I'm playing Ratchet and Clank. Ask me that in about an hour.
You know what's crazy? I never played a Ratchet and Clank game.
Yeah, I've never played one, but that looks interesting.
I'm definitely interested. I definitely want to play the female one though.
You're right, King Darren, but there is no money on PC. Like if you're just doing the PC stuff, they won't give money. If you're telling the Xbox community what they want to hear, they donate money. I mean,
PC dudes, bro. If you're like J2 Cents or Linus or one of those knuckleheads, people throw money at you. But like, it's hard to get into that stratosphere of the PC community because there's already so many people who do benchmarks and digital foundry type dudes.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of pointless of making a PC focused podcast because PC niggas don't like. They're weird. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You have to make your channel based around a certain game.
Yeah. Somebody said the female. Oh, now you're being silly. Female Lombax is named Abby.
I would fucking lose it, bro.
I would too.
Cats would be like, I'm boycotting the game. I'm not playing this. Like, yeah, these are. I was gonna buy it until I found out her name was Abby. I'm not gonna buy the PS5 anymore. Be like, but yeah, people have the dumbest reasons for not doing shit, right? Like, who cares? Nobody asks you.
Yeah. Well, I just thought it was funny. Well, technically, the female Lombax, I think it's going to be because he's interdimensional with traveling. I think she's going to be him. I bet her name will be Ratchet as well.
Maybe. Well, I don't think so.
Because again, she's him. This from a parallel.
But isn't he the only Lombax?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
Right, Chad? So my thing is, I think that they're gonna knock Boots, of course, so they can have a baby Ratchet, of course, always.
A baby Ratchet, yeah.
But bro, you know how fucking cute a baby Ratchet would be, bro. I mean,
yeah, it'd be like baby Yoda.
It'd be like fucking blue and orange, so it'd be like purple or some shit. I don't know, but like people will go crazy.
Her arm, she's missing one arm. Did you see that?
Well, you see, her world is more crazy than his world.
Yeah. Yeah, because she only has the one arm. Oh, somebody said they're gonna buy me Ratchet and Clank. Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, Six right. Six said that when Clank said Ratchet, she said who's Ratchet. So she doesn't know who he is. So
yeah, well, she may not.
Yeah, I mean the only reason since he's the last Lombax, the only reason you would introduce a female one from a different dimension is to knock Boots, in my opinion. So like Ratchet and Clank 5 would be like maybe his kids or some shit like that.
But these blue pill steps, they'll say, well, he'll have a baby with her, and then she'll take half his money. That's the way
half. He'd be lucky.
I watched that Ratchet and Clank movie. I went to the movies to see that. Oh, that was a disaster. But it looked great.
See, I never played Ratchet. So are there other female Lombaxes? Are there any Lombaxes in the whole universe of his universe? Besides
I do not know. Somebody said, yeah, that's funny though. We're gonna say, oh yeah, I'm gonna put that on Twitter. I'm gonna say that female Lombax name is Abby.
Bro, oh my god, that's so funny. Please do that.
Says Sony is sending out another wave of PS5 emails. I haven't gotten one yet, Sony. I'm disappointed.
Are they?
That's what somebody just put out. Let's see here. The female.
I didn't see somebody's email. I don't believe these dudes, bro. They cap it out here.
How do I spell Lombax? Is it M? Okay, I got it. The female, is it Lombax? The female Lombax in Ratchet and Clank Rift apart.
Sony keeps sending me freaking PlayStation emails, but not about the fucking PS5 though. About like promotions and shit. Like, okay, cool, but
they haven't sent me nothing. They don't care about me.
They sent me the email saying that I should register. So to me, don't be catfishing me. Like, don't even send me the thing saying that I should register if you're not gonna give me the thing. You know what I mean? Like, let's keep it 100, bro.
Sick got an email, and so did JTAG. So
Sick got like fucking 1,100,000,000 trophies, nigga. Shut up, Sick.
I don't have any trophies. Well, I do have some trophies. I got a gold trophy.
I'm on the verge of 10, a level 10.
What do I need to do to platinum The Last of Us Part 2? Because I got a gold trophy. That's pretty good.
All the goddamn fucking.
Yeah, but I got a gold trophy. That should get me something.
I feel like I'm gonna be able to get one, so I'm not really concerned. And like I said, If I don't get one, I can enjoy Cyberpunk for the next 6 months.
Yeah, I'll be playing my flights. I'm not gonna be mad. I'll be like, damn, man.
I'm gonna be mad. No, I'm gonna be mad. Like
somebody got an email for registration. Yeah, see, I don't even know how that works. I mean, I didn't get jack. You know, they won't send me nothing. So, but I got a little channel, so I got a little dog poo channel. What the hell is blackpeoplemeet.com? Why do they keep sending me stuff? Yeah, I didn't get nothing from Sony. And I registered. I figured I was a man.
Yeah, I registered, so we'll see. I mean, hopefully we will better get something from Amazon or some shit. Like, I'm keeping my hopes up.
Oh, wait a minute. Ooh, wait a minute. I got something here from Newegg. Asus TUF Gaming X57 Plus motherboard, ATS socket AM4, USB-C. I don't know what that means. Gen 2, USB 3. Yeah, it's got a bunch of stuff here. Oh, here it is. It's $160. Ooh, the Tomahawk is only $125.
What the hell? No, I was saying, what the hell is your PSINID's email? What does that mean? You send it to your PlayStation?
Yeah, it's something to do with your PlayStation email. It pissed me off.
Let me turn my shit on real quick. What's my controller?
Well, this is Cyberpunk is gay. It's called Cyberpunk. What did you expect,
bro? I don't even entertain that shit anymore, bro. Like, I'm so happy right now. I'm so content, Craig. Like, nothing phases me anymore, bro. Like, life has been like cherries since Earth starts on 3090, bro. I am good. Like,
to your PSN ID's email. What? Why? Okay, well, that's fine. Like I said, look, if I go to the store, look, I'm gonna walk into Best Buy whenever it comes out. And if they got one, I'll buy it. If not, I'm walking right over to the GPUs. I'm gonna say, hey, you got a 3070? Yeah, we got one. I'll take it. That's the way I'm doing it. That's literally the way I'm gonna do it. So, you know, it's just the way it is. So, what? Black People Meet is the black version of FramersOnly.com. What is that? What is Framer? Oh, what the heck is Farmers Only? Do I look like a farmer to you? So do I sound like one? Once some CPS5 is in $399, a lot of them will just keep their PS4s. Well, I hope so. Look, all these people running around mad that Sony's going to put some old games on PC. I'm talking about old games, okay? I mean, that game, what's it? The Order 1886 is $5 right now on PSN, or I think, yeah, $5. Okay, so what if they put that game on PC for $49.99 and those knuckleheads go buy it? Is that not a good idea? I mean, you know, yeah, there are a lot of black farmers. Yeah, I know some black. I have some cousins that are black farmers. I'm not one though. I stayed on their farm. They had the smartest dog I ever seen in my life. They had 2 German Shepherds, and they had about 25 cows. These 2 German Shepherds went out in the field and got the cows. Like we're bitching at them the whole time. But they got them and they corralled them in. It was amazing to see, and it was only 2 of them, so that was amazing. So somebody wants to upgrade to CX, though. I don't know what that is. So breaking news: Samsung working on OLED to compete with LG. Samsung already has an OLED. They have the Qs. So. Somebody said the PCIe lanes before I buy the Mobo if you go in 390. Yeah, I mean, again, that's fine. I mean, look, let me make this clear. Lisa Su may come out tonight with some type of whatever for Navi.
I thought AMD coming out next year.
So, yeah, I'm going to be getting something. Plus, as cheaper Mobos only support a limited amount of truth. That is true, but you got to admit the Tomahawk has a missile on the cover, so that's cool.
Craig, they'll buy your motherboards based off the cover, bro.
Yeah. It's got a. I think I can put one on.
Don't stop playing, Craig. So I got to take you seriously.
No, it's got a. It's not on here.
Yeah, Tomahawk on the cover.
It does have a Tomahawk on the cover. Let me see if I can find one.
Yeah, I see you have Tenet. I'm going to see Tenet on Friday IMAX.
Yeah, I'm going to the 2 o'clock. So maybe I may stay home and go watch it Monday, which is Labor Day. So I may go watch it on Labor Day. So It's got an actor on there that I not like Washington. I do like his acting. So let me see if I can find one. I can find an image of it. No. Well, let me put box art.
Like I said, I'm not worried about building any new PCs until next year, until I see all the other shit available. I need to have options before I make my choice. I am about to buy a case though. I think I'm about to buy that case I posted earlier with the where you open the door.
Oh yeah.
That shit looks so sexy.
I may build a NVIDIA.
See, the thing is I want to go full water cooled too.
Yeah. Well, I'm afraid of putting water near electronics, but look at that Tomahawk right there. See, it's got a missile. So is that the wrong board? I mean, can that board not host a 390 or 370? If it's got a missile on there, it should. So, plus it's got 52 CUs. So there you go. Yeah, how many compute units did the 3090 have on it? We never talked about that.
I'm pretty sure NVIDIA doesn't use compute units. I think they use something else. These are a different term.
Oh, boo. They have cuticles.
Yeah, I think they call them CUDA cores, but it's like a combination of things.
Oh, boo.
Which is the same as a compute unit, which is like a combination of processors and shit.
No, and you're right.
They can vary from every architecture. So it's like you can't even compare the T-flops in the Ampere to the T-flops in the Turing. It doesn't even add up.
How about the 3080 has 29.8 T-flops?
That's crazy.
And it has 68 ray tracing cores.
That's the shit I care about. The T-flops I don't really care about.
Oh, okay. Well, the T-flops are there. 19 gigabytes per second.
It's all about them. It's all about them tensor cores, though.
Tensor core. Where did I just see that at?
It's all about the tensor cores.
Oh, it's got 272 of those.
That's crazy, bro. I remember when NVIDIA came out and they introduced the RT cores and people laughed at them. Like, they're just making stuff up. Yeah, nigga. Now everybody has their own special RT cores. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
That's what happens when you're the market leader, Craig. When you're an innovator, people got to follow you. You know what I mean? You have to make up new shit. Like deep learning super sampling. Like game changer, bro. Like you see that 16K, bro, right? Like
that's too much for me. It says here that it's actually faster than the 29.8 T-flops. I mean, that's what it's saying.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you can overclock it and make it, go faster. And just like Cerny said, you increase the frequency, you can increase the T-flop count. You know what I mean?
Well, that's true. Well, damn.
I'm not worried about overclocking my 3090.
Nah, I mean you shouldn't be if it's going to be called. Well, now the 3080 is $800 for people, so or $700. It's $700. That alone, it comes out. Oh, dude, it comes out in 2 weeks.
Yeah, it comes out on the 17th.
Yeah, I'll be at work. I may get swamp fever.
You know what's crazy? The 30, I took off the week of the 21st because the Cyberpunk was supposed to come out.
Yeah. And
I'm not gonna, obviously, it's not coming out, but I will be home ready to order the fucking 3090. So I'm gonna go to sleep early on the 23rd. Get my battle station ready, Craig. You know what I mean? Get my sites open, water ready. I'm ready to buy this joint.
Well, I mean, I get paid again on the 18th, and this thing comes out. Let me see when the 3070 comes out.
Like I said, I'm literally getting this car for free. This shit is crazy. Like,
I know, I'm jealous. Yeah. Oh, now see, I'm all right. Hold on. The 3070 doesn't come out until October. So I'm
yeah, you good? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm safe. Okay. The 3090 comes out. The 3090 comes out on the 24th. So, and then the 3080 comes out on the 17th.
And I'm gonna have a 3090. I'm gonna have a PS5, and I'm gonna be good.
Well, I tell you what, people are 38 hot about that. People are like, well, if it makes the Xbox look bad, what does it do to the PS5? I'm like, well, the PS5 actually has a faster SSD I/O solution. So
it's not that. The PS5 has Naughty Dog. They have Sucker Punch. They have Guerrilla Games. They have Insomniac. You know what I'm saying? They have things called world-class studios that make world-class games. That's why I can't wait to see they make a like a Days Gone 2 and see the improvements with the SSD. They can load in all the zombies and all the freakers and shit. Like it's gonna be amazing shit coming out. Like
can you imagine how many of those I can put on the screen,
bro? And people can't wrap the fact that I can still enjoy console games, but at the same time exalt PC Master Race. Like you can do both. Get your girl who can do both. You know what I mean?
Somebody said it's PCMR, man. PC Moist Race.
I'm fucking moist like a call me a sponge. Call me SpongeBob then, nigga. I'm super moist.
Oh me.
I'm changing it to CMR now. It's a Centaur Master Race.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Let's see if my tweet got any bite on the Lombax being named.
Bro, I gotta see that. That's hilarious. I gotta fucking retweet that. That is crazy.
Somebody put down your line, and now they're going to boycott the game. That's what somebody just put down. So, nah. But all right, man, I'm going to get on off here. I got to get ready.
Yes, sir.
It starts at 2 o'clock. So, but all right then, guys. We're gonna bounce.
Yeah, all right, chat. Y'all relax, man. Everybody's going to have fun, bro. Like, relax.
And thank you all for the super chats. I'll be able to get that 3070. I'm gonna do another. I may do another. Well, I can't. Oh, I may do another podcast tomorrow when I get home, about 2:30. So somebody would drop a link, but not a mod. The video answer this on Reddit. Answer what on Reddit? Anyway, all right. Like I said. Yeah, NVIDIA canceled my Xbox Series S for me. There's no reason for me to get a Series S now. I'll just get I'll get this card and be happy. And like Sheryl Crow said, if it makes you happy, it can't be that bad. I mean, is Sheryl Crow going to lie to you? So, but all right, then, we out of here. I'm about to bounce. Thanks everybody for coming. Shout out to everybody that donated the super chats. Like I said, the money will go to the 3070 NVIDIA card. I promise you. Hopefully, and it comes out in October. So hopefully I can go ahead and reserve one. They email me back. So somebody said the 3090 killed the Xbox. Actually, the 3070 did. So the 3070 kills the Xbox. So, but all right, guys, we out of here.